Good evening and welcome to Darling Stadium in Hampton, Virginia for tonight's state quarterfinal matchup between the Norview Pilots and the Hampton High School Crabbers. This is Frank Edgar along with my partner Wube Gabre bringing you the ball game on a Friday night here the day after Thanksgiving. Wube, this should be a real good treat for the holiday crowd.
Great treat. I hope everybody's recovered for all the turkey and ham and stuffing from the turkey holiday, but we have a lot of stuffing and good atmosphere here at Darling Stadium with the Norview Pilots from Norfolk, Frank, coming over to Darling Stadium to battle the Hampton Crabbers.
Good old matchup between these two squads. Hampton got the win last year over these same Pilots. They're out for revenge. They came out on the field in their gray uniforms with their matching gray numbers that are near impossible to read, even if you're on the field, but they're out. Now they're actually navy blue, but they're hard to see. They're now doing some sort of display out there of walking a pet. We don't know what that's about. They have been very vocal in their warm-ups tonight, aimed at the Crabber players. The Crabbers have heard it all before, though. We expect a really good ball game tonight, Wube. The Pilots come in. They're 8-2 in the regular season. They've won a couple of games in the playoffs. They beat Salem in a great ball game last week and led by their quarterback, DJ or Daryl Mack. Tell the fans a little bit about Mr. Mack.
DJ Mack is committed to the University of Central Florida. He's accounted for 44 touchdowns, Frank, over 2,000 yards passing, 977 yards rushing. This man is a load. Great player. I watched him on film the last couple of weeks, and he's as advertised, Frank.
Really, he's 6'3", 205 pounds. Looks a little bigger when he's on the field. Very mobile quarterback. As I said, I heard today the Virginia Pilots said they think he's close to 2,400 yards in the air. So Mack leading the Pilots for the Crabbers. It's going to be Daz Newsome, just as it's been every game this year. What did we call him? The athlete, is the term I borrowed last week from the Indian River crowd. The athlete. Newsome wearing number 5 out there with the 3 big linemen whose job it's going to be tonight to contain DJ Mack.
Well, I've heard all week, Frank, on how hard this Norview offense is going to be to contain, and my reply was, well, they have to contain Daz Newsome as well, so it should be a great game. I mean, all year, Frank, we've had an opportunity to see some great athletes this year, and this should be no different with the battle we have tonight between Norview and Hampton.
Well, the captain's out now. You'll see that Mack there if you're looking at him on the left side there for the Norview Pilots, wearing the white sleeves. Thank goodness Mr. Mack's wearing something a little different underneath those uniforms, truly uniforms tonight. Everybody looks the same, but the Crabbers have won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. So the ball will go to the Pilots first. We'll get a test on that defense. You know, there's 3 guys out there on that field, Wube, that we're looking at. Elijah Conliff, we're looking at number 55 out there. He wears 55. We're looking at Red, and we're looking at the other young man's at Powell. And those 3 guys, plus a couple other fellows, are going to be in charge of keeping Mack in the pocket.
Well, I alluded to off camera, Frank, Conliff and Red. And as you said earlier, Powell, they have to really step up tonight, Frank, because, you know, the way the offense of Norview, the way they like to run and do that spread and what they call it, the option play. So they have to really be on their toes and on their heels and be a true all-star, for lack of a better term, tonight.
Well, we got a veteran officiating crew tonight from Peninsula Football Officials Association. David Greer is the referee, Zachary Ray the umpire, head linesman Bobby Golaski, line judge Ken Matthews, the side judge Lee McGuire, Haywood Goolsby is the field judge, and the back judge Josh Eaton. Our friend Herman Drone up here in the booth with us on the clock. And we'll be underway here. Jesus Valenzuela, he of the orange shoes, will kick off for the Crabbers.
One thing about Coach Cotton, Frank, he knows his quarterbacks. He coached Cam Chancellor over at Maury when he coached over there, so he knows good quarterbacks. And talking to him earlier, he says that Chancellor reminds him of Marks. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Well, Mack reminds him of Chancellor in some ways.
Certainly in physical size and athleticism. So Valenzuela to kick. And we're underway here at Darling Stadium. Good drive by Valenzuela back to the 7-yard line for the Pilots. And number 14 for Norview coming around the left end and brought down. That's Torian Esprit bringing the ball up to about the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Pilots.
Esprit showed a lot of speed and the cutback ability on that return.
Good coverage, though. That's a dangerous part of the Norview game. Now we'll see how the lines match up. We tell you the Crabber line's going to be a little bigger, a little more weight but the Norview line has that big quarterback behind them that helps them look really good.
Absolutely. Saw a lot of film on Mac. Very impressive, Frank,
Now
with his
there he
arm
is.
and his legs.
You see him with the high white socks and long white sleeves back there, and that's
Got Marks behind him. He fakes it. This time he goes to Marks. Hampton gets a little push in the backfield, but he breaks away. Good run by Marks as he pushes it to almost midfield as Daz Newsom brings it down. Good first run by Kevin Marks, the senior running back, the University of Buffalo commit.
well, nice block out here. I couldn't pick up the number. I think it was number 8 for the pilots. Isaiah King on the block there, 8, and then Ashby's the big receiver right here on the far right. So Ashby here, the taller of the two receivers on the near side.
They use King in motion on that one, Frank. This
There goes
time Ashby goes in motion. They toss to Ashby. He goes far side. Great, good blocks by Norview. Another big run. First 2 plays by Norview were runs, and they've been pick up good gains.
Well, that motion offense is going to be tough for the Crabbers. They're going to have to contain it. That time another first down run by Ashby.
And that's what I was saying earlier, Frank. The Hampton line has to come out, especially on the edge.
We'll see it. Big Jalen Red gets down in his set.
Mack, shotgun, Marks. Ashby goes in motion. This time they fake to Ashby, go to Marks, far side. He has blocks. Ashby with a good block up front.
Marks bound to the University of Buffalo next season.
And he
I want to thank our friend Matt Hatfield for a few tips on the teams he gets to watch over there in the South Side. Matt with Virginia Preps, thank you very much.
been a great help this last couple of weeks as we had a lot of these Southside teams come over here and play. And we'll have one tomorrow, Frank. Phoebus against Lakeland, another Southside versus Peninsula game. Mack, shotgun, fakes to Marks this time. This time he goes to, looks like it's going to be King, and he breaks a couple tackles. Poor tackling by Hampton early on.
It looks like Ashby, actually. I saw a 0. I thought I saw a 0.
Looks like it's number. Is that number
No,
8?
it's 8.
Is that King? Yes, Isaiah King. Two missed tackles by Hampton, Frank.
And they had him in the backfield. They had him behind the line of scrimmage. So Isaiah King with the flat pad there at the bottom. He comes up gimpy, but he's going to stay in the game. Wearing red shoes there.
Well, Jamal,
we're making notes to ourselves here as we try to pick up the Norview pilots on the field. It's easier when they're on the near side.
Well, they have so many receivers.
Here comes another one. Is it? King goes out.
And it's Denton who has an ankle issue, and he's going to play. But he was hobbled last week against Salem, but he comes in for an injured King as King hobbles off. Mack, shotgun. So far, impressive drive for Norview. He's going to stay in the shotgun most of the night. Mack keeps. He tosses it to Marks, and Marks has room. He has speed. Oh, good cut by Marks. Marks with a good run.
And
he fumbles the ball
into the end zone.
Norview picks it up in the end zone. That's going to be a touch.
It's going to be down. They've called him down where he was. They're not going to give him the Dave Casper effort there as he throws the ball in the end zone.
Wow, this offense is impressive so far for Norview. Great drive. What is he down to the 2?
Right about the 2, maybe the 3. They may have spotted him a little earlier. They're going to talk about the play.
So we've talked about the offense all week, Frank. What Norview was able to do to a lot of opponents this year. They're doing the same thing to Hampton early on. Oh, they call a touchdown, Frank.
So they did give him the Dave Casper advance there of the fumble. So Norview scores. The running back, number 5, Kevin Marks, picks up the score. Norview quickly ahead, 6-0 here in the playoff game. Again, this is the quarterfinals. Winner of this team goes to the state semifinals next weekend.
Either against LC Bird or Highland Springs. They'll play tomorrow up in Richmond.
Both of whom I'm sure are here.
Absolutely. High snap. He gets it off, and he gets it through. It's 7-0 Norview early on. Great drive, Frank, by Norview.
Well, the Crabbers have faced this. They faced it last week with Devin Hunter and Indian River, and they gave up a first possession score to the Braves. Here the Pilots put up, in just a minute, 7 points. So the Crabber offense is going to feel a little pressure here to keep up with the Norview team and keep their offense on the sideline.
You know, that's a good point, Frank, because last week we thought the same thing about the Indian River game. We were like, oh, it's going to be a long night, and the defense somewhat stiffened up, but you know, I was impressed by Marks. Marks is a great, small, tough running back, and he got a great first drive along with King and Marks.
Well, they're scoring a pretty good clip. I'm looking at some of their scores here. 48-0 over Granby, 47-3 over Liberty Christian, 55-32 over Nansemond River in the first round of the playoffs. So 42-7 over Great Bridge. Their only losses to Highland Springs and to Lake Taylor.
Yeah.
Both teams in the playoffs.
Absolutely, still playing.
So the Crabbers now line up and get ready for the kick. Daz Newsom in the middle there with Trevion Davis on his left.
Brooks Coleman
right,
is the kicker for Norview. Let's see if they kick away from Daz like every other team has been trying to do this year. A little pooch kick, but this is going to go to
Cam Stevenson.
Stevenson, he bobbles it, picks it back up. He goes on the far side. He got a good block by Daz. He gets tackled around the 40. Good block by Daz Newsom.
Yeah, he got right behind Daz, a little pushing, shoving over there. Norview's come out with a lot of attitude, and they backed it up with that first drive. Let's see what they can do defensively. Interesting to see who's going to be at quarterback now. We imagine it's going to be DJ Nunn. It is going to be Nunn with Cam Stevenson, who was the savior of the game last week. He's going to stay in it wide receiver.
Great game last week. Hasn't played in 7 weeks at quarterback, and he saved the day for the Crabbers last week.
So he was rewarded with back to his wide receiver spot. Actually Nunn going out to receiver too. So Daz Newsom in the backfield to take the snap.
He's got Smith with him back there. Newsom, direct snap. He goes to Smith. Smith gets a good, manageable gain. He gets about 5, Frank, on that first run. Good play by Trevion Smith.
You know, we've been talking to Traquan Smith. We've been talking about him since our first broadcast of Hampton this year, how important he is, and he's getting more important each week in the playoffs.
Very vital piece.
Takes a lot of the pressure off of Daz Newsom. So Newsom brings the play out.
You know what's funny, Frank, is Newsom, before the 2 transfers came in, was going to be the quarterback this year. So we would have seen a lot of this if Nunn and Stevenson didn't come on campus at Hampton. The pulley goes in motion. Newsom, he could pitch, but he keeps it. Good pursuit by Norview, and they get him maybe for a gain of 1, maybe, Frank.
No, it looks like he lost a couple.
That's number 11, Jalen Joe.
Joe with the tackle.
6'2", 195 senior. They are loaded with seniors, Frank. Only maybe 2 or 3 juniors on the starting lineup for Norview, so this is a senior-laden team.
Keep your eyes open for Jalen Joe, number 11, and Isaiah Johnson, number 33, 2 defensive backs that make a lot of tackles for the Pilots.
I love the crowd, Frank. Nice crowd tonight here at Darling Stadium.
It is, and it's a Thanksgiving group. I know a couple friends came down today just to watch the ball game.
Frank did a little promotion on Facebook today, folks.
Gotta rush it up a little bit.
3rd and 7, Frank, from the 41. This time, Nunn's under center. He's going to go back to pass. He fakes the Newsom. He's going to go deep. He's got a man. Looks like that's number 10. Oh, did he make the catch? Incomplete. That's Bellamy.
Bellamy makes the Jaquarius Bellamy, who we've been waiting to get more balls thrown to him, and he did last week. Came up big. That time he made a nice. It looks like a nice.
It's like a flag on the play.
Yeah, nice play over there.
It might be a sideline warning or some sort, but let's see what they call. It's on the Hampton sideline where the flag was. And that's what it is. Your favorite call, Frank, a sideline warning.
Dropping a flag for a sideline warning is silly, but that's just me. All right, so the Crabbers going to have to punt the ball here back to this Norview Pilot offense. Valenzuela in to punt. Valenzuela, who I understand didn't play football before this year, has been a superb kicker for the Crabbers this year.
Absolutely. Great asset to the team. Special teams has been huge for Hampton this year, and he's been a part of it.
And he's got good hang time on his punts if he gets a good one here.
Not much rush as he gets a wobbly punt.
Short.
Not a good punt.
We jinxed him.
And it takes a Norview bounce. He's going to go around the 41-yard line. He shanked it.
So the rookie punter kicks it about 15 yards, giving the Pilots the ball on the 41, their own side of the field. And here comes Darryl Mack.
Nice line. I mean, this is a great sight to see, folks. Have been lined at the gates of Darling Stadium for this Friday night, day after Thanksgiving.
DJ Mack ready to go. Back with Marks. Kevin Marks, 6 foot, 195-pound senior running back. And Mack, a 6'3", 205-pound quarterback. Both D1 guys.
Ashby goes in motion. Fakes to Ashby, goes to Marks. This has been a great play for them so far. He cuts in. He has no room. Good play by the Hampton defense.
Well, that time, number 2, Trevion Davis, who we think is a key part of this Crabber team, able to keep the play contained. So he wasn't in on the tackle, but Marks had no place to go when they saw Davis out there.
7-0 Norview. 8:50 left in the first quarter.
Obviously, Danny Mitchell's talked with his defense in between there, and telling them what to watch out for.
This time goes back to pass, and it's going to be picked off.
It's an interception. 54
is Majette.
So Juice
Johnson,
Majette.
yes, great play. It was tipped off at the line. We don't have the luxury of a replay, but I think it might have been red. I'm not going to say if it is, but great play by the defensive line by Hampton. A huge turnover. Huge turnover.
Well, way to hang on to it by Majette, too, because he got clotheslined as he was coming down. I was going to say he kept the ball, lost his head, but he's okay.
They got to try him out at tight end. What a catch.
And the Crabbers now, with a little momentum, ball right at midfield.
DJ Nunn. This time he's under center. No more direct snaps to Daz Newsome. But it's going to be a handoff to Daz Newsome. Good cut by Newsome. Spin. Still on his feet. Great play by Daz Newsome. If he gets about another 5-yard gain on that first down.
A good pickup by Newsome, who's superb running back, finds the holes and makes the cut so quick. But the defense is keeping their eyes on him. So this is the night that we expect to see Jaquarius Bellamy and we expect to see Burnell Pulley, the two great receivers from last week. We expect to see them get a few more passes. This is Pulley to the near.
Stevenson and Bellamy, far side. Smith and Newsome in the backfield. They gave him 4 on that last one, so it's going to be 2nd and 6. This time they faked the Newsome. Nunn's going to pass. Go back to pass. It's almost picked off by number 10, Ashby.
And he was open, not a good pass by Nunn. He was way out in front of him because Bellamy is there,
yes,
which has got to be a good kind of a highlight right now. Bellamy being open like that. The receivers don't seem to have a problem getting open.
Yeah, they're open.
Nunn's going to have to hit them.
You know, like I said last week, we saw Nunn and Stevenson at quarterback. So let's see what they do. But they're going to keep Nunn in right now. It's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 46 of Norview.
Now it's going to be Daz Newsome to take the snap with Smith next to him. Nunn out as a receiver spot.
Fake. Newsome, it looks like Newsome was going to try. He was going to, oh my God, look at the speed by Daz as he tackled almost out of bounds. Looks like he was going to try to throw it, Frank, but he thought otherwise and ran it for.
I think the plan was to throw it, but he smartly made the move to run it, made the decision to run it, and he did. He brought it up over the 35-yard line for the first down for the Crabbers.
Again, he was going to be the quarterback before Nunn and Stevenson got here, so there was a possibility he would throw, but I think his speed.
His speed, he could throw it. And he could throw it to himself and pick up 20 yards. So
instinct took over, and he ran for the first down. You know, with teams keying on Newsome, Frank, it's going to be hard for him the rest of the way in these playoffs to try to make plays. But as you see there, he finds a way to make a play.
He does, and we saw it last week as well, where he had his mirror image, Devin Hunter, on the other side of the line, and the two of them both played very well, but offset each other somewhat.
Newsome, this time he goes to Smith. Good play by the Norview defense.
And that's a play that Mike Smith is going to have to look at left end because they had that sealed off. I think it's Elijah Conliff out there, the left tackle. And it looks like he had that end sealed off. Let's see how they got those big linemen lined up because those guys can really do some damage.
Gain of a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 32 of Norview. Good drive so far from Hampton. Off the interception by Majette. Let's see if they can capitalize on that turnover.
Your center out there, number 65, Jalen Powell. 55, Elijah Conliff, the left tackle. 65.
Now they go with Cam. Frank, Cam gets the handoff. Little guy, he's not going to get much, maybe a yard. But Norview's all over it.
Tough run, but again, the Crabbers, I think Mike Smith not too upset. He's seeing some things here, including if he can get somebody to throw the pass.
He's going to have to go downfield eventually. He said something to Conliff. This time he gives Daz the play.
Volk is 75, folks, and on the far side with Red, Justin Red.
Huge third down, Frank. 3rd and 8, 31-yard line. Daz gets the play, goes into huddle.
Now this is 4-down territory for the Crabbers.
Now it looks like Mike Smith changes the play. He's on the field.
Mike Smith almost in the huddle.
They got to hurry. Daz he's going to go back to pass. He's going to throw the ball. He's got Pulley in the end zone, and it's going to be almost caught.
Good play out there by Pulley. Good defensive work out there by a very large cornerback. Who's that, number 4? It's hard to see these numbers, folks, and you may be able to see it better on Steve Fryer's.
Lawson with a defensive play on
Kayvon Lawson.
It's a good throw by Daz, though.
Very good throw. And Pulley and Bellamy both running some really good routes.
Yeah, I mean, they've been open.
First, we want to thank Steve Fryer for being here with us tonight. Folks, this is we have the skeleton crew tonight, but the veterans out there. Steve Fryer, Wu Bei, and I enjoy bringing this game to you. It's a little different than our normal broadcast, but we're glad to be able to do that for you.
4th and 8, Frank. You called it fourth down territory. Newsom's going to try to use his speed to get around it, and Norview is right there. He gets nothing, maybe 2 yards on that play, but Norview's all on it.
Yep, and meanwhile, Pulley wide open down at the post. So there's going to be some discussion here. The Crabbers going to have to show some defense and get the ball back. But in the meantime, I am sure Mike Smith is talking to his offense and saying, we're going to try a few things I've seen.
As we said before, they're going to have to score, and they're going to be keying. They're going to be keying on Daz Newsome the rest of the way as Norview comes in with trips near side. Mack.
We got one receiver wide open, so here we go. Hampton's going to adjust.
This time Mack's going to try to run it. Hampton's all on that, though, Frank. Maybe he scooted maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but good play by the Hampton line.
That was Elijah Conliffe with the tackle, but like watching Daz Newsome, they're watching Mack closely, and I'm sure the defensive end's been told, you got him if he comes your way. Quick offensive play coming in. Norview with the spread offense.
They gave him one on that one, Frank. 2nd and 9 from the 32. So Norview's used all their tricks with the last run by Mack. This time Marks gets it. He goes behind the line of scrimmage. Good play by the defense. That's Davis and Red on that tackle.
Travion Davis is so important in this ball game. That's you say how much attention was given to Daz Newsome. I guarantee you they don't know number 2's name, and he is showing he is so important on the end there.
Just like you said last week with Pulley and Bellyman making plays, Davis has been the same way on defense as well. Making plays on the defensive backfield as it's going to be 3rd and 14, Frank.
I hate to call him sneaky good, but that's what he is. He's very good, and he plays such an important role in this Crabber defense.
Great description. Norview's trying to get the play. 3rd and 14, huge third down for Hampton.
Davis, by the way, 5'7", 175 pounds.
Plays bigger than that, though. 3rd and 14, Mack, back to pass. It's going to be a draw. He's going to try to get it. He has speed. He's going to get the first down easily. And he has more to go as he's going to try to go on the far side. Good play by DJ Mack as Stevenson brings him down. Great play on the quarterback draw.
Real good play by Mack. And you can see his speed, and you see why Central Florida wants him.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the kind of quarterback they have down there in that program.
Great play.
Great speed by Cameron Stevenson. Got to surprise us there.
So DJ Mack gets the big gain. It's going to be at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. This time it goes to Marks, and Marks gets a hole. He's going to go up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown by Norview. 13-0 Norview, 2 huge plays.
So the big play by Mack leads to the run by Marks, and the 2 guys that we expected to lead the Pilots are doing just that, and Pilots move ahead 13-0 with the kick to go.
Hate to disappoint this huge crowd that came out of Darling, but it's not a good start for Hampton.
Well, just a slow start as they've shown sometimes this year. Let's see if they learned something on the last offensive series. On a motion by Norview.
Field goal, extra point, is good.
They're going to get one of those tonight, I think. Hopefully they don't have to have another chance, but
14-0.
Coach down there in Central Florida is Scott Frost. Frost took over from George O'Leary. He was the one that had the big quarterback. I can't think of the young man's name that we played in the pros for a couple of years.
Thadley.
Big, tall quarterback. But Frost is now the head coach down there, and he's got a good one.
Frost was a good quarterback in Nebraska.
He was. So now 14-0 Norview. Crabbers need to get on the board here in the first quarter, 4:15 to go.
Silence this nice crowd here at Darling tonight. Very ashamed. But again, like you said, Hampton is known to start off slow. As Mike Smith has a few words for Powell.
Yeah, it's going to get a little vocal down there, but hopefully it's going to sort itself out.
Definitely a wake-up call for Hampton. His pals like he's walking to the locker room.
Same 3 back for the Crabbers. A little.
Oh, it's an onside kick, and the
Crabbers back away from the 10-yard line, and Norview gets the ball. That's just dumb play by the Crabber front 5 there as they started to back away from the 10-yard line, 10-yard marker, and the kicker himself recovered that one.
Wow. Coleman.
So mistakes early here for the Crabbers against a good offense. Crabbers need a defensive stand here.
Well, we knew it was going to be a tough game, Frank. I knew Norview would pose a lot of challenges for him, but I didn't think it was going to be 14-0 with Norview driving again at midfield with the ball. Matt in shotgun goes to Marks. Marks has been their man so far. Gets it about maybe a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Mark's a strong running back. Again, Division I recruit up there. It's not Turner Gill still coaching up in Buffalo, is it?
I
remember, speaking of Nebraska quarterbacks, he was up there and put them back on the map. But Buffalo's got to go in. There's another one going to Buffalo as well.
Isaiah King is another receiver, yeah.
So obviously they've got a connection down here in the Hampton Roads area.
Very cold up there, though, Frank.
Oh, very cold.
Upstate New York.
Marks
this time
again.
It goes back to Marks. The defense is there. Defensive line is doing their job up front.
Yeah, the big play hurt them in that second drive or third drive. They stopped the second one with an interception.
Got to limit those big plays.
So Marks with 2 TDs so far.
As you remember that first touchdown, he fumbled and the lineman recovered in the end zone.
Right. Probably didn't give it to the lineman.
So 3rd and 6, Frank, from the 45. Still the first quarter, 3 minutes left in this quarter. Norview looks really impressive. His pal comes back from the locker room, back on the sideline. It's going to be maybe a false start against Norview. Hampton just has to eliminate these big plays, Frank, and they've got to get one in the end zone to get some momentum back.
Well, and that little penalty may help. So now it's 3rd and 11. Mack with nearly 2,400 yards through the air. And he's got 2,000 yards on the ground as well.
He's accounted for 44 touchdowns on the season.
Was he 9 for 177 on the ground last week? 4 touchdowns.
And they were down 6-0. They scored 31 unanswered. And Mack's going back to pass. It's complete, but it's Daz Newsome levels him. Good tackle. That might be the momentum, Frank, that they needed. Good tackle by Daz Newsome on Kevin Marks. Great play.
That was Marks out of the backfield making the catch. He held on as Daz Newsome planted his equal number there. 5 on 5.
Of course, Norview's going to go for it.
I'm not sure they have a punter. I say that facetiously. They have 2 listed, but with an arm like Max.
It'll be 4th and 5. They're going to go for it, or will they? Mack, shotgun. That might be the momentum. It's almost a jump off sides, and it's going to be a swift kick. Almost an offsides, Frank, by Norview.
And it rolls, gets good Norview bound down about to the 8-yard line of the Crabbers. So the Crabbers get the ball back, force the punt by Mack.
Mark that play, Frank. That could be the momentum builder. That hit on Daz Newsome. Marks had room. Daz Newsome did the close, and what a great tackle.
And Marsh had come up vocal. He'd come out of the locker room vocal. He was vocal all the whole first quarter. Daz Newsome introduced himself.
He said, "I have a scholarship offer as well, and I'm committed to Maryland. Let's meet let's have a late night meeting here."
Well, Newsome's seen plenty of D1 guys the last couple of weeks.
He has.
Good teams left. I was looking around the playoffs. There's no flukes in the playoffs this year.
Of course, the 757 always comes up with key players.
There was 7 teams from the Hampton Roads area still active.
See the Hampton benches going back, and this is going to be, looks like Cam Stevenson. He tries to get outside. That's got to be a flag. That's 15 yards.
And that's Marks.
And that's Marks. He might be a little frustrated from the hit.
Well, that's going to be a warning for him.
Norview cannot lose their cool. They're up 14-0.
Well, they just did, and that is good for the Crabbers. So Stevenson picks up 5 and gets another 15. So, again, the little hit by Daz Newsome may have led to that.
It's funny how little things can change a game, and that hit to make it 4th and 5, and they went for it, of course, on a swift kick. But that momentum, that little momentum, could be the key on this drive and later on in the game as well.
So So a 15-yarder on Mark, excuse me, Marks.
Marks plays safety on defense, and I think they might have taken him out to give him a little talkie. I don't see Marks in there, so they might have taken him out for a little bit.
Well, over enthusiasm can cost you. You got to keep you cool.
Stevenson back to quarterback. He keeps again. The little guy trying to make it way. It's almost a face mask, but the Norview is there.
The face mask. They didn't call it. He had his hand right on the face mask. Stevenson, the tough guy. Probably the smallest guy on the field right now.
Stevens is listed at 5'6", 150.
That's on with socks. So second down 11.
Hampton has to score here, man. They've got to score here. As Cunliffe comes out.
Coach up there at Buffalo now, Lance Leipold, who was at University of Wisconsin at Whitewater, where he won just a measly 6 championships. So Buffalo's going to get another good coach.
At Division II, I think.
And he's come down to an area to get some good skill players. One thing about the Tidewater area is skill players are really
every year
dominant.
Newsom goes back on the rollout. He could have ran it, but he decides to throw it. It's going to be close to a first down.
That's Smith with the catch.
Looks like he's going to be maybe half a yard short.
Drake
Stevenson had room to run. Good decision, though, by Stevenson to get to Smith.
You know, Stevenson doesn't throw the pretty pass like Nunn does, but he seems to add, at least in the last couple of weeks.
And, of course, Stevenson had that threat to run as well. A little better than Nunn as a runner. So it's going to be, what, 3rd and 1, Frank.
Big play for the Crabbers here. We're coming toward the end of the first quarter. 14-0 Norview. The Crabbers need to put something on the board here. And this keeps Mack off the field.
And that's just as good as a good defensive line, just not have him on the field at all.
Pulley near side.
So Stevenson's back at quarterback under center. Mike Smith looks like he's going to call a timeout. I was wondering what was going on, and no timeout was called when he got on the field. He's going to give him somebody the business here. Somebody did not make the right assignment.
It's amazing how far he can get on the field without it. And that always amazes other coaches that come and visit or opposing coaches.
Last week Indian River had a problem with it.
I think he was in the huddle last week, wasn't he? He had his head bent down and was.
They didn't call 12 men on the field,
So he and Powell, Jalen Powell, who's part of his starting line, they had another little conversation. Whatever it is, Powell's back on the sideline. That's a good sign for the Crabbers.
So what's your take so far, Frank? 14-0 Norview, 57 seconds left in the first quarter.
The Crabbers, it seems like they didn't watch a lot of tape, but I think the defense is doing pretty well. They gave up that one play on that third possession. That hurt them.
Yes,
should be a 7-0 game.
Yes, I agree.
Let's see if they can get it back here.
3rd and 1. Smith, Newsom in the backfield. Stevenson at quarterback. He goes under center. Stevenson keeps. Good read by Stevenson. Look at the tough little guy, 5'6". Good play by Stevenson.
Tackle out there by number 11, it looked like to me.
Jalen Joe. He's been all over the field already so far.
But that time you see Stevenson he looked right at us out of one hole over the left of his guard and then went right back in between the guard and the center and picked up the first down.
I know people have been saying this his whole life. He's so small, you can't see him. He hides behind the line. You don't know where he's going.
Well, he could get on the backside of Elijah Conliffe and you wouldn't find him for a week.
You wouldn't find him at all. 5'6", 150 are the measurements for Cam Stevenson, the transfer from Kickoff, as he's found a home here with the Crabbers. Shotgun for Stevenson. Fakes to Newsom. He's going to go back to pass. He has Pulley open. Good catch by Pulley. Touchdown Hampton as he dives in. Did he get in? Touchdown Hampton. What a play by Pulley from Cam Stevenson. And what a pass from Cam Stevenson.
Well, we talked about Pulley and Bellamy being important, and Pulley has beat his man like a drum all night long tonight, and that time Stevenson laid it out there, he could make the catch. Great throw by Stevenson, great catch by Pulley, a nice dive over the cone there.
And what I've learned is that Pulley and Bellamy can play.
They can
play. We just haven't seen that all year because it's been the Daz Newsom show. Rightfully so, but when you get to the playoffs, teams and coaching get better. They're going to key on Stevenson, and these two guys have made a great contribution to the team.
So Valenzuela out there to cut the deficit in half for the Crabbers.
See, Frank, that little momentum.
Yeah,
the 15-yarder by Marks, that unsportsmanlike late hit.
Newsom holds.
kept the drive alive as Valenzuela's kick is good, and he's been awesome this year, Frank.
Not only good, but I think it's raining down there. You see, kicked it so high. But Valenzuela still, again, his first year, and some of his kicks are up high, some of them are in the end zone. But the one thing he can do, I feel pretty confident about him putting it through toward the end of the game. So 14-7 now, Norview with the Crabbers and riding a little momentum as we go towards the start of the second quarter. We're going to get one play, maybe two here in the first.
Get this crowd back into it, Frank. Like I said again, I don't know if you can see it, folks, but great crowd here at Darling Stadium day after Thanksgiving. Very nice to see Darling Stadium packed, at least on the Hampton side.
And not a bad crowd coming across the water
yeah.
here at Norview. This is Norview, Hampton have played against each other a long time.
21-17 was the game last year. It was a close game.
Valenzuela, I'm pretty sure, is not going to kick the 10-yarder and try to jump on it himself. So
I don't think he's going to try that. Great call by Norview on the onside kick. Just caught Hampton off guard.
Well, he caught them all backpedaling. I think the kicker could almost read them. By the time he started forward, they were backpedaling.
Hampton gets on the board with a great throw by Stevenson to pulley. Good kick by Venezuela.
Back to the 5-yard line. That marks.
It's Esprit.
Esprit, yeah.
Good coverage by Hampton as they close in. And now we have a little life here at Darling Stadium.
Well, it's nice to see the other Crabbers have come alive, too. That was Anthony Cumbie, that number 11, who can come in and really add some pop. And he popped somebody right there at the end of the play.
We've heard Cumbie's name a lot this year.
We have, especially toward the end of the year.
All right, here we go. The high potent offense from Norview back on the field. Hampton's defense has been containing them. Like you said, Frank, if you take away those two plays from Mack, we have another different ball game, but it's 14-7, 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Mack clapping his hands. It looks like he's going to call an audible. Looks over at the sideline, shotgun, as Mark's next to him. No delay of game. High snap goes to Marks. Marks can't find anywhere to go. Cunliffe, along with the rest of his teammates, are there on the line. A helmet comes off from Norview.
Yeah, that's
Hampton is ready to play. They're back.
They are ready to go. Good tackle by the front line. That's the way to get together.
Yes.
So the Crabbers with a little momentum here. We go to the second quarter. They trail it 14-7 to a very good Norview Pilot team.
Just don't like when they start slow like this, but you know, that credit to Norview. They came out ready to play.
They really did. The first drive was impressive.
Yes.
But the Crab, again, to Danny Mitchell's credit, he brings that defense together during one short offensive break and was able to kind of contain. He gives up the run to Mack on what I think was probably a decision. I don't think that was a call draw. I think that was a decision to go. I think
Mack,
he had somebody open.
I think it was a sign. And another thing, too, is, Frank, I don't know how much this comes into play, but it's kind of a short week in high school. They didn't have school Wednesday, Thursday, and today, so I'm not sure how the practice schedule was. Not giving any excuses, but it might have taken them a little time to adjust with a different team, a different offense.
I'm sure the Turkey Union protested outside the offensive line locker room earlier today because I know Conliffe, Kyle, Volk, and those guys, and they had their fill yesterday.
I'm sure.
Give you an idea, folks. Volk 6'4", 292. Conliffe 6'5", 300. Derek Henderson, number 60, 6 foot 250. Justin Red, 6'5", 275. That was before yesterday.
Well, that's before. Let's hope they didn't all eat together yesterday at Thanksgiving.
So we're going to switch it around. The pilot's going to go east to west here at Darling on a beautiful Friday night.
Absolutely.
25th of November, Thanksgiving Friday night. Good crowd coming in. Still coming in.
Yeah. Still waiting in the lines out the gates. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 24 to start of the second quarter. Mack, shotgun. Very impressive quarterback from Norview as he looks over at the play. Mack, 6'3", 205 senior.
I think he's expecting them, trying to get Hampton to jump, see if they're going to show what they're doing.
Long play. It's going to be probably a delay of game. It's going to be
or the receiver.
A pass is caught. Let's see what the call is. Good catch and good throw.
I think it's going to come back. Yeah. So you got flags on either side of the line. It's going to be against Norview.
Ball start maybe?
Yeah, I think the receivers got the jump there.
Looks like they're saying first down.
I don't think he saw the flags. The referee out there, David Greer, didn't see the two flags come flying out on either side of him. He was looking downfield.
Could be a delay of game.
No, they came from the linesman. Yeah, legal procedure.
Could have been delayed.
I think the receiver down. Maybe both receivers, because both had flags on either end. Mack hangs on to that. He center weighted a little bit.
Great pocket awareness though on that from Mack.
So a big play
negated,
taken away.
Yeah.
So 2 5-yard penalties now have cost the Pilots.
Procedure call assessed against the Pilots.
That'll move them back to the 21, Frank. It's going to be 2nd and 13 from the 21.
So 77, Tariq Coleman in now on the right defensive end.
Marks in motion. He's somebody else you got to deal with from the backfield. He's in with Mack in the shotgun. Mack again with the run. He gets pressure. They move him inside. He's still on his feet. Yeah, this DJ Mack is hard to deal with as he gets away from a couple tackles.
Yeah, there's a lot of. They got away with murder on the hold there on the left end, because Mack tried to go around him twice, and each time the same block held. So that tells me he's got him by the shirt. Big momentum swing. Norview's gathered the momentum again.
They go to the line quick. DJ Mack.
Yeah, there's no complicated play here.
It's a quarterback keeper, and Mack gets in for. Oh, it's a flag.
Flag over here.
Might be a false start or offsides.
It's definitely on Norview though. May not have had enough men in the right spots. Legal procedure against the Pilots. That's going to bring it back and bring the kicker back out.
Now they go back to kick the extra point.
Going to wear Mack out, just going back and forth to the line of scrimmage.
So they confused themselves on that one.
That's got to be a play like number one.
Yeah.
Just give it to hike it and then
get it
push.
Yeah.
So here's Coolman again, Brooks Coolman. Wearing number 26, 5'9", 180 pounds, senior at Norview.
Now this is a longer kick, Frank.
And his first effort was not a good one. So let's see if the Crabbers can take advantage of this penalty.
Low snap, and that's going to be shifted. Did he make it? They gave. Yes, it's good. It looked like a little bit.
Yeah, but good kick by Coolman. He's 3 for 3, and the Norview Pilots pushed the lead out to 14 with 6:38 to go here in the second quarter. Crabbers shooting themselves in the foot here a little bit in the second quarter. They came in the quarter with momentum, got a touchdown on the board, and then haven't been able to hang on to the Big Mo.
Yeah, that interception was huge. Stevenson's interception on the last drive. Just not a good play. He slipped. He slipped and the receiver slipped. Just not a good play. But again, it's still early. It's second quarter, 21-7 with 6:38 left in the second quarter. So Hampton gets the ball here. Let's see what they can do with it.
Well, I want to mention again Steve Fryer, the lone cameraman tonight. Steve likes to get down close, so you fans at home are going to get a front row seat from right in front of some of the staunch Hampton Crabber fans. They're tolerating Steve down there in front of him. I want to thank them, but Steve doing a great job. See him eyeballing the kicker now, who's going to look at the line. I guarantee you the 5 linemen for the Crabbers are not leaving their post until that ball sails over their head.
Not after that onside kick earlier. That is correct. Oh.
And that time the Pilots offside, about 4 of them.
Yeah. And again, kick away from Daz as much as possible. And that time, none actually caught the kickoff.
So you keep moving back, and you keep trying to kick that little kick. I'm not sure Coolman can kick it that far downfield.
I don't think so either. But Hampton should get decent field position after this.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see Daz Newsome sneak up here and grab one of those short kicks.
And break it all the way.
Try to perform some of his magic.
They're going to need him in this. They're going to need him the rest of the way, Frank. 21-7 Norview. As they've looked impressive, Hampton has given him a couple breaks, but they've capitalized on those breaks.
Coolman hadn't kicked this much in inside of 50 seconds in his life. His 4th effort.
Coolman, another pooch, but this time Newsome is going to grab it at the 30. He's going to go outside, far side. He cuts it back. He's going to go back in, and Norview's all over him. Actually, I take that back. He's still on his feet, folks. He has a chance to go all the way. He has a couple more blocks. Newsome's around the 50. No flag so far at the 40. Another good move. He's still on his feet. And another hit, and that could be late.
No, the defender was actually out of bounds. That was Coolman. The kicker.
That's Newsome.
The kicker was positioned out of bounds that time to make the stop in case he went out of bounds.
He hit him. That was the magic we needed.
So Newsome performs the magic. fans come to life here watching Daz Newsome take the Pilots down to the 31-yard line of the Pilots.
I spoke too soon at the 40. I'm thinking he's down, and he just does a magic trick.
He leaped like a deer over somebody out there, and then again the kicker was off the field of play, and he may be credited for the stop. He was the first one in Daz.
I don't think he wanted to make a tackle.
No, I don't think
Daz
so.
happened to fall in his lap.
So the Crabbers here with a chance to pull again within 7.
It's Cumbie. I haven't seen Cumbie in a while on offense. He's there on the as a receiver. Trips near side.
Pulley on the far side.
Yeah, Stevenson the quarterback. Norview adjusting to Hampton. Stevenson keeps. Good block. Oh, it's a flag. They're going to call a hold from what I can tell. Oh, what a block. That was not a hold.
Block on Smith, and that was a good block, and they fell down, and they call it a hold.
Good play.
Tough, and Mike Smith is going to be furious about that. There's a hole up here at the 30. It's going to come back.
Penalty marker back at the 30-yard line.
They're talking about the play now.
I don't know if that's a hold. I didn't see much there.
It was thrown by the referee.
Looks like it's going to be, they're looking at the Hampton bench.
Please not a sideline.
Oh,
chop block, but I didn't see anybody else engaged with Smith. What, on Norview? Wow. Well, he's surprised. We got the Norview coach is surprised. The Hampton coach is surprised.
Well, we thought it was from up here. It was a good block.
It was. I mean, he took it. He went down low on him, but
right.
Well, another good play by the Crabbers. I think they declined the penalty yet.
They're still trying to figure out what they want to do.
So a chop block on the defender.
And it's like the Norview coaches want to figure out what's going on, as we all do. I've never heard of a chop block on defense, but.
Well, the officials are still talking out there. I guess technically you could have one on the defense. You got two guys. If you're engaged, you can't hit him in the legs, right? So the referee, David Gear, is going to go over and explain this to Coach Cotton.
Again, folks, we don't have the luxury of replay today, but
you will at home.
Yes.
And on your DVR.
You can go back and look at it.
So we'll see what that looks like. Steve Fryer, though, has got some. I know he's got good footage of it. It happened right in front of him.
Yes, he did. I'm sure he did.
So a good run by the Crabbers. Going to reward them. It looks like a first down. If it's not, it's pretty close. A lot of talking going on. Coach Cotton trying to get the description of the call. He, too, without instant replay.
It's another key. Daz Newsome with a key kickoff return, Frank. As they tried to avoid him. I don't know if Kuhlman really meant to kick it to him, but Daz Newsome, however, got a great kickoff return and gave him great field possession, and then they get a chop block here, so it's at the 19-yard line of Norview, 1st and 10. Stevenson back at quarterback with Smith and Newsome in the backfield.
And Mike Smith seemed satisfied when the penalties called against the opposing team, and he was ready to throw the hat if it was on his guy.
Oh, he would have threw everything if it was called on his guy, because that would have been
So Stevenson, Smith, and Newsome in the backfield. And Stevenson one in the middle.
Stevenson bumps into his own guy, then eventually gives it to Smith. What a weird play.
It's Newsome. Newsome. He and Daz tangled there.
Oh, yeah,
in the
you're right. I'm
backfield.
sorry. It was Daz Newsome.
That's the most contact he's gotten in this set. But
very tricky play.
Down to the 15.
Gain is to the 15-yard line.
So they gave him 4 yards, huh?
No, not that much, just a couple.
Okay.
They're on the 16s where they ended up last time.
Okay, so second, is that?
They must have declined the penalty. It's hard to tell what.
2nd and 6?
2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 16 is where the clock is trying to get straight on where the yardage is. Stevenson with Smith and Newsome behind him.
And now it's a flag. They're trying to figure out what's going on. It's going to be officials timeout. Timeout Hampton. What's the call?
Coach Mike Smith's going to get it straight. The play was called a 1-yard run. 2nd and 9 from the 15. We're all trying to get straight up here in the booth. Sticks are straight, though. Mike Smith going to come out and talk to his offense. Tyreek Coleman out there now with the offense. Mike Smith has had the benefit of having Powell, Volk, Conliffe, Henderson, Red, Laporte, and Coleman available on that front line, and they've played pretty well tonight. Everybody's trying to sort out up here what went on out there. 54 for the Pilots, for the Crabbers, Juice Majette.
With a huge interception, Frank,
in
earlier.
As well.
Had that huge interception.
Yep, and he looks like is he in the backfield?
I think he's playing, you're right, Frank, fullback. And they have Cunliffe back there as well.
A lot of people back there.
It's a different look for Hampton. His Daz is going to take the direct snap with Cunliffe and Majette. Great blocks. His Daz gets a good run. He's still on his feet with a spin. So it's a different look, Frank, with Majette and Cunliffe in the backfield.
Well, that's something we haven't seen all season, but effective. Picked up a few yards down to about the 10.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 5.
This has to be 4-down territory, what you think, Frank?
Absolutely.
Even though it's early, you still have to got to punch one in.
Well, Valenzuela gives you 3, but I know Mike Smith would like to pick up a good chunk of yards right here.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5 from the 10, Frank.
So Majette stays in. Conliffe stays in. And the same set.
They keep Daz in the backfield.
That's Traquan Smith up in front of the 2 big men.
And Pulley's the receiver. Daz gets it. Almost got the first down. Looked like he squirted through, but got pushed
He's still going, and they're still going.
And it's going to get the first down, Frank.
Yeah, they let the play go, and he kept moving forward. First down.
Hampton. And, Frank, that's that offensive line we talked about.
That sure is. Newsome having to wait his turn to get off the ground. So Newsome in the middle there somewhere, and the whole line pushed him down to just to the 5-yard line. So first goal for the Crabbers.
Great play by the offensive line. As we haven't really seen this lineup, actually this formation, frankly. I don't know if we've seen it all season.
He's got a lot of weight in there right now. He's got some guys we haven't seen play. 64 out there, left tackle, actually tight end spot, and 62 in there as well, back where Conliffe was.
So 1st and goal from the 5. Daz Newsome, a little cutback. He's not going to get anywhere this time. It's Norview.
Up over the 5. Justin Red got in fine. His man almost got shoved in the parking lot.
It looks like he had a little space, and Norview closed it really quickly.
Well, that may be a sign to get behind Justin Red and just ride the wave, because he had his man. That looked like Michael Orr in the movie. Yeah. So 2nd down and about 4 for the Crabbers.
Clock running, 3:32 left in the half. 2nd and goal. I'm sorry, is it 2nd and 4
Second
from
and
the
goal,
5?
yeah. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 4. Same formation.
And they got Majette and Conliffe again on the right side. Newsome's going to run behind them, and he does.
Nowhere to go for Hampton.
Well, they may want to wait for him next time.
Yeah.
Because Conliffe and Majette got in, but that time Newsome probably a little too far back. So even Daz can't do anything with that. It's going to be 3rd down and goal from about the 4.
They didn't pick any yards up on that. No gain on the carry. 3rd and 4.
And in comes the play. Powell bringing the play in.
It wouldn't hurt to do that slant pattern they did last week against
a whole bunch of guys coming in now.
As Pulley and Bellamy are in.
Some of the linemen that had been in on that strange look come out.
So they have to hurry up here as Newsome is back in quarterback with Smith. Norview's trying to adjust. It's faked. Newsome is going to have to throw it. He's going to get away, and he's going to get sacked.
And you had 2 in deep in the right side, and the first play was over to Smith in the left corner.
Looks like Daz is slow to get up. He's okay. I think he might.
Well, I think he's just tired.
So what do you do here, Frank? They're going to go for the extra. They're going to go for the field goal.
Yep. There comes Coleman.
That was Jalen Joe.
64 is not even on the roster, but is that Allman maybe? 6'1", 230-pounder.
I don't see him on the roster.
Valenzuela, about a
it is Ullman, yeah.
31-yard field goal attempt here.
Good
Strong
kick.
leg.
That's good.
Very good. So Valenzuela puts 3 more on the board for the Crabbers. So a tough play by the Pilot defense leads to the Crabbers have to go with a field goal. They get it from Jesus Valenzuela, and they pull within 11, 21-10 Norview.
You want the 6, but you'll take the 3. You just have to hope that the defense can hold with this minute and 32 seconds left in the half.
It's a good point because we know how quick
Norview scored their first touchdown in a minute, right? Yeah. First
Folks, we'll call him DJ Mack. We'll call him Daryl is what they told the coaches told us that he's also called. But I'm sure when he gets to college, I would think he'd swing to Daryl.
Yeah.
Daryl Mack headed to Central Florida.
Whatever you call him, he's a great talent.
Crabbers wouldn't mind seeing him go to Central Florida tonight.
Yeah,
going down there.
After halftime, he'd catch a flight down to Orlando. we wouldn't mind that. But for what I understand, he's a great kid and another 7'5" Hampton Roads athlete going to a university, full scholarship. You know, win or lose, you got to be proud of that young man.
Absolutely. Valenzuela with a kick. Good deep kick over the head, and it's going to sit right in there, and they're going to touch it to 3.
And that's Aspie again, and he's going to have a chance to go all the way. This is what I was worried about. As Hampton closes, he's still on his feet, and I was worried about that on the return.
That's actually 14 for them. Torian Esprit, yes. Esprit.
Yeah,
that was Esprit.
Yeah, he's been returning the.
He really did, and that was.
They had him at the 5.
Poor coverage and poor tackling.
And that puts Norview in a great
situation.
situation.
There's a flag back here too, so we'll see what the blocking the back.
Oh, I didn't see the flag, Frank. Good
That's
call.
Gonna bring it back.
So let's see if Norview sits on it or tries to make a play out of.
Obviously, a couple good blocks, but one of them wasn't, and that's going to cost the Pilots.
Well, the penalty marker on the return. Penalty is being marked off against the Pilots.
The Norview fans don't like that call.
Yeah, we didn't see it as we were watching it live, but officials have been right. I don't think either coaching staff is happy, so that means they're doing it right.
Doing a job, right.
This is a veteran crew led by David Gear.
So 1st and 10 from the 10. 1:22 left in the half. Looks like Norview's going to try to put some points on the board, Frank. They're going to go with it. And that could be.
That may be against the Crabbers. I think the flag dropped on the Crabbers side. Came in the neutral zone. They're going to call it against Powell. He's not happy with that call. The other line judge may have it differently, but it's going to get against the Crabbers.
Schochman.
Yeah, it was Powell over there, and they say when he steps in, the other side stands up. It's a 5-yard pickup.
The Pilots with 5 yards, made it 1st and 5.
Need a stop here, Frank. They cannot let Norview get in the end zone before the half. Mack, shotgun. And go back to pass. He sees a receiver, and it's going to be incomplete. Another flag on the play.
There's a penalty back. It's a hold against the Norview Pilots.
It's like a Pilot helmet fell off.
Who's that down the field over there?
Stevenson. They can't afford to lose him. He's slow to get up.
Boy, neither team can afford to lose anybody.
Right.
Stevenson gets up. He's going to have a discussion.
He's going to say he's okay, but in the meantime, Pulley comes in for him on defense.
He's going to come off. That protocol is to get the young men off the field and check them out. That time Stevenson may have gotten hit up high.
He actually broke up the play on that incompletion.
He looks okay. He's just going to come off, take a play off, Pulley in for him.
So Norview's pinned back, Frank.
So hold pushes them back behind their 10-yard line.
1:17 left in the half. 21-10 Norview. Great game so far here at Darling Stadium.
A lot of action in the last 5 seconds.
Marks gets it. He gets stopped, but they always keep moving.
Well, Marks just holds the ball tight to his chest and then leans in sideways and keeps walking. Daz Newsome same way, and we watched Devin Hunter last week.
Did the same thing.
If you wrap him up top, he's just going to cling to the ball and keep his legs churning. You got to hit him low. So second down, about 8 for the Pilots.
From the 8-yard line. So,
Actually, 12 or 13. It's
oh, yeah, you're right. It is. From the 12. The time Mack goes to roll out. Pitch to Marks. Good play. As Marks has room on the outside. And
Boy,
he gets a good run.
good block over there. That's a good block.
Man, he has speed for
2 of them right there on the Crabbers. And Johnny Gaskins, I think, was the victim. It was Gaskins. Had 2 men blocking him. He held his ground. He didn't, but and it may have saved a longer run.
2 seconds remaining in the half.
A good thing for Norview. He gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
But a lot of time off the clock there between the last 2 plays. So the Crabbers just want to stop it here. Stop the Pilots, go in the locker room, take a look at some of the pictures from the first half. If they're Woodside, they take the video equipment in. And
great story by Kate of the Daily Press on that.
Kate Yanchulis, our terrific writer at the Daily Press. She's with us tonight, having driven back from Northern Virginia, her home.
Shotgun. Matt goes back to pass. He has pressure. He gets away. I don't know how he got away from that, Frank, but he's still on his feet, and he's going to throw it incomplete.
And for the first time, probably one of the few times in his career, he gets chased out of the pocket.
And
no flag. And
it should be a
lot of pointing.
Intentional grounding, right? That has to be intentional grounding. There was nobody within 15 yards.
That's Conliff that was doing the chasing. Elijah on top of the quarterback. There's a flag over there that must be grounding.
And they're going to mark it back. I mean, there was nobody within 15 yards of that play. As Conliff, like you said, was in there on the pressure.
That was the pro rule there. You get out of the tackles.
Now, I would think Norview would just clock it from here. I mean,
24 seconds to go.
They don't want to cause any turnovers. But again, I'm up here, they're down there. We don't know what they're going to do, but it should be a loss of down. Am I right on that?
Should be. Maybe in the high school rule it's not. You just get the penalty. They got him 1st and 25 now.
Second and 25 from
Herman
the
Drone
15.
says 2nd and 25. They get the wrong down on the stick. So it is a loss of down.
2nd and 25.
Here comes Mack. He's going to pitch it.
Good pursuit by Cumbie. Marks has some room. Good closing speed by.
Yeah, there's a good tackle by the Crabbers. One low, one high.
Bellamy's doing it on the defensive side of the ball as well.
And Gaskin once again caught in a sandwich there.
And that could be the last play of the half, Frank.
Well, again, a couple of just bad, some plays by Norview, and you expect them to make some plays. Marks and Mack showing why they are all everything over there at Norview.
Very impressive.
But from the Crabbers' perspective, they're probably frustrated in the last touchdown. But the defense has shored up here, especially as we went into the second quarter. And hopefully Mike Smith and crew can get some offense going here in the second half. So halftime score here at Darling Stadium. The Norview Pilots lead the Hampton Crabbers 21-10. As we're watching the teams go off the field, the officials still talking. And we're going to send it down to, give us the signal. And we'll be ready to take a break at half. Enjoy some turkey, leftover turkey, and we'll be ready to go. Welcome back to Darling Stadium here on November 25th, Thanksgiving Friday night. The state quarterfinal matchup, the regional final, whatever you want to call it. There's 8 teams left. 2 of them right here. The Norview Pilots lead the Hampton Crabbers 21-10. Wube, let's go right to the issue that we've talked to about 10 people here at halftime. What do the Crabbers need to do to win this ball game?
They got to stop DJ Mack. Actually, Kevin Marks is what's really causing them more issues than Mack. Mack is doing a great job with the draw plays, and he's gotten great efficiency on the passing game, but Mark's running the ball. He's a tough guy to bring down, the University of Buffalo commit. And again, we talked about it earlier, the ends have to really contain Marks and Mack. And they haven't been able to do that in the first half, but we've known Hampton to make second half runs as a football team, so hopefully they can do that in the second half.
Well, that's where Mike Smith makes his money right here, is going into halftime, analyzing what went on the first half, and bringing his squad out with a couple of new ideas. I think we've noticed that there have been receivers open. The one interception by Stevenson, he slipped on the pass and and Pulley slipped trying to come back to break up what was going to be the interception. So 2 slips. They can't have any more slips, though, here in the second half.
Yeah, that was a huge turnover, the interception. Like you said, Stevenson slipped and Pulley slipped. Newsom was behind Pulley, so I'm not sure who that pass was intended for. However, it was a turnover, and it was a huge turnover. They were driving, had a good play, and then the last drive, Newsom on the kickoff return, they got a penalty. They're inside the 10. They don't convert on the touchdown. They do get the 3, but little mistakes have caused Hampton to be down with this 11-point deficit.
Well, we saw last week they were down. They trailed the Indian River Braves the whole game till 53 seconds to go.
Yeah.
So they're not in unusual territory here. They are in what they've been kind of a playoff pattern here. They haven't played real well in the playoffs, but they played well in the second half last week, and they could probably do it right here. We're going to see if they do get the ball here first and second half, which is a benefit. And if they can come down the field and score here, make it a 4-point game, then it's anybody's ball game.
That's why that last drive was crucial. If they would have punched it in for 6 and then had the ball in the second half and maybe scored or even got a field goal, they would have helped. But again, they get the ball in the second half, so we'll see what they can do. Daz Newsom, he looked a little worn down at the end of the half. They're using him a lot. They have to. But again, last week we saw Pulley and Bellamy and other guys step up. They're going to have to step up in the second half because it looks like, they have Ashby and they have a couple other guys that are on Newsom like glue. So they're going to have other people step up, as they've had other people step up in the playoffs.
Clearly, Daz Newsom and Cam Stevenson took the bulk of the hits there. And I imagine we're going to see more fakes to Daz here in the second half, and we're going to see more Traquan Smith, and we'll see a little Cam Stevenson from the quarterback sneak. So I expect to see a little of that, but I expect to see more passing here from the Crabbers.
And I like the combination of Nunn and Stevenson. They've this is actually is funny. This is the first time we've seen them both play together at the same time, alternating at quarterback. Every game we've done, it's been exclusively Nunn on offense. Correct. So it's a different dynamic. I mean, you have an opportunity where you have Newsom who can throw, Nunn who can throw, and of course Stevenson can throw as well. So it's definitely, it gets fits for the defense, but it have to be effective.
Well, the official a little late arriving to the field. We had a clock reset to move it back a little bit, give both teams time to stretch. But the officials need to get this game moving. Crabbers ready to go. The pilot's out taking some stretching a little bit, and the kicker is warming up out there. The kicker could be very important here. So far, Brooks Coolman has been very good for his pilots. But Jesus Valenzuela with a nice field goal to get points for the Crabbers towards the end of the second quarter.
I think whoever recruited him needs to get a raise because, I mean, he's been an awesome asset. And again, Hampton has had great kickers, if we've mentioned earlier in the season. With their special teams, they've been able to get a good kicker. And in the playoffs, when it gets deep, it might come down to a play like that. So that field goal was huge going into the half.
Well, as you know, when you get to playoff time, the kickers become more and more important. We've seen the special teams gaffe already from the Crabbers by allowing the kicker for Norview to recover his own onside kick. And they were not even close to that ball. They were 5 yards off that ball. He kicked it 10.5 yards, and he fell on it himself and basically untouched.
And he backed away from it, from what it looked like.
So they won't do that again, and they're going to get the ball here with Daz Newsom. He'll go back with Travion Davis and Cam Stevenson and Traquan Smith. And looks like Burnell Pulley's going to go back as well in kick return position. See if the Crabbers can pick up another long kick return to put them in some good starting spot here in the third quarter.
Has to be the Daz Newsom show, Frank, in the second half to get him back in the game. 21-10 is the deficit. But like you said, we've seen this act before.
Well, the Crabbers, again, played behind all but 53 seconds last week. Did not have a great start against Warwick the week before. Got the win both times, so they're looking just to get the win here. And with the field goal, it puts them at that odd number, 21-10. So out comes Coolman and his co-pilots. And he's going to get ready here.
I don't see Hampton is deep, so maybe they know that Coolman can't kick that far.
Well, he hadn't shown much leg so far. Let's see if he can kick it over their heads, and albeit, but.
So getting underway here in the third quarter, the second half, 21-10 Norview is Coolman. I love that name, Frank. Coolman.
Yeah. And again, he's 3 for 3 in extra points.
And Coleman with the kickoff and another swift kick. Is Hampton ready for it? Yes, they are.
And
great awareness by Hampton.
Yep, and great. Well, I guarantee you they discussed that. Number 11, it looked like for the Crabbers, Anthony Cumby.
Special teams.
Good hands team up there in the front for the Crabbers. They get it on their own 45, first down and 10 here in the third quarter.
As a Norview fan, I'm kind of mixed about that. You give Hampton a good field position, but you keep it away from Daz.
And I'm not sure Coleman can kick it much further. Maybe another 15, 20 yards down the field, but they had the big returner back there in Newsom. Here come the Crabbers. Cumby gets rewarded with a start at the receiving spot.
Looks like that's none going to start the second half, Frank, at under center.
Well, they want to be sure to show a little variety, and they're doing just that. None. 7 men on the line for Norview.
He fakes to Daz. He's under pressure. He's going to have to get rid of it. He's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete, not even close. Intended for Smith.
But close enough. Not intentional grounding. As Nunn couldn't get it to him. Now, if you had a left-handed quarterback, that may have been a chance there because Smith had a step on his defender. That's a hard throw for the right-hander.
Cross your body, going towards the sideline.
So Nunn and Newsom going to get the play. You wonder if each one gets a piece. Here they come. So Nunn's going to stay down here and be a receiver, it appears. Newsom carries the play in.
Yeah, Hampton they have to get something out of this drive, get the momentum back. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 45. Newsom and shotgun. Direct snap to Newsom. He fakes it. Nowhere to go at all. The Norview defense is all on it.
They really, and the Norview Pilot defense is set to stop the run.
Yep.
So that's why I expect Mike Smith to go to the air here. He's going to have to do it to win this game. Just open up. The linebackers are right on the heels of the linemen.
Not giving them anything. So great play by the Norview defense. Newsom actually lost a yard on that one. 3rd and 11 from the 45.
So it's Newsom with Smith behind him.
Newsom is going to pitch. Oh, it's going to be a fumble as Smith has to fall on it. I don't know if I like that play.
I guarantee you I don't. That's not a good play, and of course a bad pitch. Putting the Crabbers going backwards now.
So they're going to have to punt.
And they need a good one out of Valenzuela. Jesus Valenzuela, 6'1", 170-pounder, a senior at Hampton High School.
So not a good offensive start for Hampton.
No, certainly not what you want after coming out of the halftime.
Venezuela with the punt. Good
There's
punt.
A good long punt.
It's a fair catch. It looks like it was called for Norview.
Well, on the 35, good punt by Valenzuela. Getting plenty of time back there.
Like Ashby was on the fair catch at the 35.
Here comes Darryl Mack, or DJ Mack, as he's known at times.
Going down to Orlando, Florida, Central Florida.
Got to get himself on those little Disney passes while he's down there. So the Crabber D tested here early. Let's see what they can do against this powerhouse offense of the Norview Pilots.
Mack, shotgun. Like it's going to be Ashby in motion. They pitch it to him, and Davis again, he misses a tackle. Good lower the shoulder, and that looks like Pulley, but that was number 2.
That was Cohen's.
I'm sorry.
Cohen's. No, it looked like Ashby coming at us, but Cohen's.
Again, they're so interchangeable.
6 foot, 190-pound senior, wide receiver and defensive back.
So a 5-yard pickup by Cohen is going to be 2nd and 5.
Well, you see how important Davis is. He stretches that play out, just missed the tackle, but he was in position.
Mack, shotgun. This time Mack's he's gonna pitch it to Marks. Looks like, good hit. That was Pulley again. Actually, no, that was Groggins.
Yeah, 22. Karik Groggins.
Groggins, I'm sorry.
G-R-O-G-I-N-S, 6 foot, 212-pounder, moves very well laterally, a sophomore.
Good future for him. As you saw, it's going to be a 3rd and 2. Looks like Mack bobbled it. I'm sorry, Marks bobbled it when he got the pitch.
So the Pilots are going to huddle.
Haven't seen that all season.
Except one guy's going to come over here to the far side. The near side. He's going to start.
So 3rd and 2 from the 43. Tight formation.
And it's going to
Mack's
be
going to get it, and he's going to get the first down as he just lowers his 6'3", 205-pound frame and gets the first down for Norview.
And he takes a few extra hits, so let's see if they can wear him down a little bit. The big man is showing a lot of stamina. So first down, but not a bad defensive play. The Crabbers facing this powerhouse offense. They haven't seen a lot of yardage tonight. They've just given up that one big play.
So trips near side, shotgun from Mack. He's going to go back to pass. It's going to be complete to Ashby, and he breaks another couple tackles. Ashby's on his horse to the end zone. Only person he has left is Newsome, and Newsome brings him down. Great play by Anton Ashby.
And again, the Crabbers cannot make mistakes against this team, and that was a huge mistake. One, the pass should have been picked off. There wasn't anybody in the stadium didn't know where that ball was going. And the two missed tackles, unexcusable.
Very uncharacteristic for Hampton. They're usually a good tackling team.
Yeah, the temperatures dropped a little bit chilly out there now. A little bit of a mist or a haze over the field.
Mack. Marks goes in motion. He gives it to Marks on the sweep. He goes outside. Hampton tries to pursue. Nobody comes. Marks has a chance to get in the end zone, and he does. Touchdown, Norview.
That time, number 10, Jaquarius Bellamy tried to stop it outside. There's going to be some talking after the play. I don't know if that was Marks after it was definitely after the touchdown.
That's going to be unsportsmanlike. I'm not sure who's going to be against, but there's a Crabber on the field.
Well, it was Newsome and Marks doing some talking down there, but it looks like it's going to be on Marks, which would be his second if that's who it's called on.
Gaskins, who's limping off the field.
So discussion out there. David Gear getting a report from his fellow official. Here he comes, the white cap. I think we can see him. And he's going to...
It looks like it's going to be after the
dead ball.
Touchdown's good.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike against Norview.
It's against Marks. It's his second one tonight. So the touchdown goes on the board. Sloppy tackling leads to the touchdown. A good play by Marks, and then he ruins it by having the words with Newsome. So Pod's going to line up for what is becoming more important, these kicks.
Yeah.
Now 27-10.
So Hampton has a challenge ahead of them. As Coleman's going in for the extra point. It's a low snap. He gets it up and it hits the upright, and it's going to be no good.
Newsome thought about picking it up and running it.
Yeah.
But, that would have been the play today.
So they're going to get
penalty being marked on the kick. So bad situation for the Crabbers, at least minimized by the penalty and the missed extra point. And it's a big extra point now. 17-point game, not 18. 18 is a 3-score game. 17 is 3. There's 2 and a field goal. So.
But the offense, they have to get something going on offense.
Well, you can't. Yeah, that was a bad, wasted possession. But they get a good spot here. They're going to have to move the ball back on the penalty. He's going to tell you that. And move it back. 5, 10,
it's going to be
15.
Great field position.
So now you'll see the Crabbers. Hopefully they'll move up to the 35.
So Newsome's going to have whoever returns this. Again, you have to watch out for the onside kick.
Onside kick.
Because, as we mentioned earlier, we don't think Coleman can kick it that far. So they could at least.
Well, Daz is going to stay back at the 35. He's coming close to the 40. Traquan Smith on one hand. It looks like Burnell Pulley on the other.
That's a huge
With
penalty.
Bellamy at 10 and Travion Davis in pilot territory. So the 17-point lead for Norview, but the Crabbers can get some of their best starting position here after the penalty.
You got to be aware of that. He's been doing swift kicks. You see the center of the field is empty.
But Daz will run up and get it, I think, if that's the case.
He might try to kick it over Daz's head. We'll see what he tries to do here. Coleman with the kick. And he's going to swivel. It's going to go to Pulley. Pulley gets it about a 36. Pulley goes on the outside. Pulley almost broke it, but he gets around a little bit past midfield. Good return, good field position, almost the same position as they had before.
Great field position. So here come the Crabbers, hopefully with some renewed determination here to score on this possession. They got plenty of time left in the game, but they trail it by 3 scores. They do hit the field goal kicker if they need him. And they will if they can put a couple touchdowns on the board. 27-10 with 8:19 to go. Mike Smith filling in DJ Nunn on what he wants done in this first play.
And like you said earlier, Frank, they have to go with the pass.
They're going to have to open up the game. The Pilots, they practically, if they brought their band, it would be in there behind the line in defense. They're all right up on the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, 1 left.
You got Nunn.
Yeah, 7 men in the box.
Nunn's going to go back to pass. He's going to get pressured. He has Pulley. Pulley has a man beat, and it's incomplete. He had Pulley. Pulley had him.
I'm not sure Pulley could see it as well as he wanted. By the time he turned around, it was going to die in the middle of the field. So not quite the throw. I think Pulley can beat his man like a drum all second half, but he's got to get someplace in range of DJ Nunn. You know, if Pulley had seen that a little earlier, he may have been able to get to it. But by that time, number 4 for the Pilots is Kayvon Lawson, who's played very well out here on this corner.
So 2nd and 10 from the 48. Nunn under center. They're going back to pass again. Nunn with the fake. It's going to be another incomplete pass. It's intended for Smith. Another pass that wasn't close.
And Nunn's throwing to a spot, not to the man that time. And the man had to fight his way through the line, couldn't get to it. So 3rd and 10. Coach Smith having a few words to DJ Nunn just to say we got to do a little better, folks.
I mean, Stevenson had the hot hand early, but they haven't went back to Stevenson, their quarterback.
Cumbie in.
And Newsom's out.
And Nunn is out, I think.
Oh, no, Newsom is just.
I think this is, they're going to have to change quarterbacks again. Newsom going to take the snap. It appears he's certainly taking the play as the Crabbers taking their time to get the ball in play.
So 3rd and 10 from the 48. They haven't moved an inch since that return by Pulley.
They're going to get called with too much time. They don't get this ball snapped immediately. They do.
So Newsom almost breaks it, gets a gain of 5. It's going to be 4th down.
That's 5 yards purely on Daz Newsom right there. Fight his way through. And the Crabbers really not going to punt. They're just going to keep trying to go forward, and they make it mighty hard on themselves. Norview's got essentially 4 defensive backs, and everybody else is ready for the run.
So it's a huge 4th down for Hampton. 4th and 5 from the 43.
Keontae Stith in, and he's bringing the play in now. They're almost taking turns about who's bringing the play in. Stith brings it in. Guy we've seen make a couple of really good plays. He goes far right, trips right, single to left.
So Newsom in the shotgun. Let's see what they pull up here. Timeout. As Hampton calls timeout, they weren't really happy with what they saw from the Norview defense, and now they might actually try to punt. No, they won't. They're going to still discuss what they're going to do here, but Hampton not really happy with the setup and the formation they were in.
Well, it's better time to get it right now.
You know, with Nunn not being able to have many completions, why not go to Stevenson? He gives you the option where you can throw it and run it, and you have Newsom who could be in the backfield or in the slot. And they haven't gone back to Stevenson at all.
They haven't gone to Cam Stevenson this half. They got him in receiver.
They've got to come up with a trick.
And I say that, I'm looking for him now. There he is.
You see him?
No, yeah. I don't.
So no Cam Stevenson.
Well, that could explain why we don't have him in the ball game. And he is not on the field right now. I don't see him sitting on the bench.
He was banged up earlier, but I see him.
Well, he came off having got hit in the helmet.
I see him down here near the bench. He's on the sidelines. He was banged up earlier.
Oh, it's Newsom. And the Crabbers need 5 for the first down.
Newsom, shotgun, 4th and 5 from the 43. Goes back to pass. He slips, and that's not a good thing as Newsom's going to get stalled. He's still on his feet, and Newsom's going to be close to a first down. I think he might be short. He's a yard short.
Now, there's just no surprises out here. Crabbers have not been able to surprise the Pilots at all, and they're just ganging up on Daz Newsom. They're going to have to open up that offense. Cam Stevenson, is this him?
Yeah.
Still on the sideline?
He's still on the sideline, and I think he might be. His shoe is untied.
Gaskins right here, number 8, who's off on the bench, and he's in a little bit of pain, it looks like.
See, Stevenson's walking to the end. It looks like he's.
Here comes Derek Henderson for the Crabbers. He hobbles off, number 60.
So there, Hampton comes up a yard short, and this could be it. If they don't stop him here, they're in really a lot of trouble with the offense that Norview presents. Mack, shotgun, goes to Marks. Mark goes far side. Good pursuit by Hampton. As Marks breaks the tackle, and then a flag's on the play.
On the block.
Man,
Flag is on the block. That's going to bring it back. So the Crabbers stretch it out, and in doing so, they're able to get the penalty called on the pilot. The back over there, I believe that was number 2, Kashard Cohen's with the block, and it was called, I don't know what it was called, but the flag almost hit him in the helmet.
Well, Justin Gant was on that far side and pushed Marks on going towards the backside there to make him make an adjustment, and that might have been the reason why it was a hold. Oh, that's a 15-yarder, right?
Yeah. Hands to the helmet there. So every time Norview tries to get a little attitude, they get called for 15 yards, and that's keeping the Crabbers in the game. The Pilots struggling here against some of their own emotions.
So the defense is stepping up. That's a 15-yard penalty that puts them back to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, this is Redding, Conliff, and Volk, and those guys, they've got to come through here. A sack would look great. Keep pushing the Pilots backwards. First and about 30.
But with this offense, you have to be aware of the quarterback sneak as Mack is in the shotgun. Somebody in motion. There's like a little confusion there as Mack's going to go deep. The receiver falls, no call, and he just slipped.
Yeah, the field is we've got a drip in front of where I'm sitting, so it's the what do you call it? The fog, the mist is coming in, so it's getting a little wet. We've seen several of the players slip tonight.
And of course, on that turnover from Hampton, 2 players slipped. So had a little rain yesterday.
That time, Travion Davis anticipating the end around. Davis again is key for the Crabbers, letting his receiver go. Hoping Mack's going to throw to the other side and hoping Newsom can swing around behind him.
So it's going to be 2nd and 29. This time Mack gets the carry, and he busts up the middle. He goes over his own guy, and he's running all over the place. And he's
slowed him down there enough for.
Yeah, he's a load to bring down.
And Justin Gant with the stick right there at the end. Gant, welcome to the
ball
game.
Yeah.
He got in there, and the junior.
Finally stopped by the secondary, led by number 5, Newsom.
Newsom with the tackle, so it's going to be a 3rd down here, Frank, for Norview. Just playing simple ball.
Well, they got the lead. They've got the clock running in their favor. The Crabbers have got to stop the Pilots right here.
It's going to be 3rd and 12 from the 37-yard line. Mack, shotgun. He gets away. He's going to try to get rid of it, and it's going to be incomplete. Good play by the Hampton defense, and that's Majette. And Red.
4th and 12 now, and that's a good defensive stop by the Crabbers.
Defense is playing. They're playing ball.
And it stops the clock.
And Norview's going to keep their offense out there from what it looks like.
You know, if you're Mack on that play, you're better off falling down and taking the 1 or 2 yard loss.
So maybe the swift kick again.
Maybe so.
But they're in the formation to go for it. 4th and 12. Mack in shotgun. And they're going to do the kick again. Newsom is going to not be able to return it. Good play by Norview.
That thing almost hit one of their buses. Well, we can say that Mack was not recruited as a kicker. But he does make it a risk back there. You got to respect the fact that he's got the ball in his hands. But the 3rd possession in a row for the Crabbers now.
Great field position.
Right near midfield.
Yes, they have to do something here.
This remarkably, that ball crossed the line right at the 50.
And I see Cam Stevenson without his helmet, so he might be done for the night. And that's a huge loss for Hampton. He had it. Been having a great game.
And Johnny Gaskins down here out. Well, that's going to be up to Newsom and Nunn. And Nunn was warming up over here.
So Nunn's under center.
If Nunn can come through the passes, I think the receivers can get open for him. Here's Pulley again.
Single
check
coverage.
back Cohen's. The two of them have had a good matchup all night, but Pulley can get open, I think, most any time.
A little confusion on offense for Hampton. Newsom gets it, goes up the middle. Good run by Newsom.
Yep, it is. And that's the first time they had those split backs.
That's a gain of almost 8, Frank, on that run.
Good blocking up there by the big Crabber line.
He's tackled by Kevin Marks, number 5 of the Pilots.
Marks is number called for the tackle, and he has played a whale of a game, despite the 2 unsportsmanlike penalties.
So it's a 7-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 3, Frank, from the 43. Hampton has to get something going. I've been sounding like a broken record in the second half, but this is definitely a huge possession with 5:20 left in the third quarter.
And the clock running.
Yep. None in the quarterback. It looks like Stevens is going to be out for the rest of the night.
Single coverage on both receivers.
And it's going to be a flag.
And it must be on Norview. The flag thrown over on their side. I'm going to say encroachment. Yep, encroachment on the Pilots.
That's going to be a first down for Hampton.
The Pilots will take it with the clock stopping as well.
Encroachment against the Norview Pilots. That'll give the Crabbers a first down.
So injuries have played a part in the second half for Hampton. Key guys that we haven't really heard from all year, Frank, has been stepping up. Cumby's coming in.
Well, the senior Nunn this is really where he could step up.
Yeah.
Stevenson last week, the junior, not available here in the second half, it looks like.
Going to go, like you said, Nunn and Stevenson. Nunn and Newsom.
Yeah. With Pulley and Bellamy.
Single coverage. No safety. Nunn goes back to pass.
Oh, he's wide open down the middle.
Nunn keeps
Nunn's
it.
Going to run it.
He's going to run it. Gets good hit by Norview. Ashby on the tackle, but you're right. It was the receiver wide open.
Bellamy could have run around the goalpost 3 times and not everybody with him. He is burning Cohen something terrible. He takes the first bite.
It's going to be a measurement here for the first down.
Well, good run by Nunn, and again, get him loosened up and get him back in the groove. He led the Crabbers to a number of wins in a row. The Crabbers haven't lost since week 3 of the season, week 2 of their season.
They have not lost.
They lost to the Heritage Hurricanes at Todd Stadium in game 2 of their season.
And Cunliffe did not play that game. So it's going to be
first down
Hampton by a toenail.
So Nunn gets his juices flowing there with a nice run.
Seen a lot of play action on this drive, Frank.
Hopefully, you're going to see a lot of different plays out of Nunn, and good arm. He's been warming up down here while the defense was on the field, and it's probably what he needed to do. It is chilly out here. It's hard to get loose.
It is.
If you got any time on the sideline.
1st and 10 from the 28 for Hampton. 4 minutes and 16 seconds and counting. Nunn goes back to Newsom. Good block up front. Good stiff arm by Newsom. And 3 guys gather around him. And Newsom's a tough kid.
And that time, Cohen stays in his cornerback spot, stops the run. Pick up about 5, almost 5-yard pickup.
You know, one thing on Norview, we saw him last year, Frank. Well coached, and there's so much improved from last year.
They really are.
And
well, they're like the Crabbers, very senior heavy, and with a big senior quarterback. Something about a D1 bound quarterback that can really help any club.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt, does it? Doesn't hurt.
Don't see many of those.
No, you don't.
In any area of the country.
So, 2nd down for Hampton. It's going to be a pass. It's way overthrown, intended for Pulley.
And again,
that wasn't even close.
Pulley, it was open, but he wasn't open 5 yards down the field. And Nunn is going to have to just take his time and take a minute and look for his receiver rather than throw him to the spot. Mike Smith telling him right now, take your time. You got time. Your line is stopping, everybody. So 3:27 to go here in the third quarter. 27-10 Norview Pilots lead it. And DJ Nunn trying to wake up his Crabbers and his arm and get these Crabbers in the end zone.
So it's going to be at the 25, 3rd and 8. Huge drive, as all of them are here in the second half. 27-10.
Pulley out here again with Cohen's guarding him.
A little reverse action as the guys run. And that's going to be number 21. That's Keontae Stith, the guy we just talked about earlier.
Stith has come in instead of Cam Stevenson.
Great play.
And he's able to pick up the first down. Nobody saw that coming.
Great. That was a great call, Frank.
Well, it's I'm sad to see Stevenson not available.
Yeah.
But Stith we've called his number before. He's not a stranger to the offensive category.
So great play by Mike Smith. A little mix-up, as we said earlier, as Stith goes far side. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 12. The crowd gets alive here at Darling. Nunn goes back to pass. He fakes it. Draw play by Newsom as they stop him up front.
Yeah, somebody's big paw reached out there and grabbed Daz Newsom's shoulder pad and got him slowed, and then the other guys tackle him into feet. Looks like number 63 was it Trajan Askew looked to be at his feet.
Not much going for Daz up the middle.
So Zaquan Bassant, too, number 56. The other lineman up there, Anthony Craig, 74. Derek Eason, number 51. Trayvon Rogers. And we've seen Datavius Bassant, number 52, in and out.
The Bassant brothers, as they call them over at Norview. 2nd and 7 from the 9. As Nunn keeps, and he slipped, it looked like. He had the hole.
Yeah, it closed quickly, but down to the 5-yard line. Crabbers can't get a first down without getting a touchdown.
They've got to score a touchdown here, Frank.
Oh, absolutely.
Good to see number 60, Derek Henderson, back in the game. He limped off earlier. He's back in the game now on his 3rd and 3 from the 5. Haven't seen Smith with the ball lately.
Coming in and out.
Traquan Smith hasn't gotten the ball in a
Well,
while.
he's got to play, though, so that's his term of the play. Here come the Crabbers, and they're going to have to hurry. Nunn with Smith behind him, Newsom out to the right.
3rd and 3, the clock's running. They get the play off. It's going to be Smith. I just said he don't get the ball much. He bounces off a couple, and he's going to be short. Good tackle by Norview as he almost broke that tackle.
The hole looked like it was there.
Yeah,
I think he may have tried to go straight, but he's close.
So it's another huge 4th down for
Not as close as I thought. Spot on the 4. Yeah. Bad time to have a bad spot.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 2. So this Norview defense, for the most part, has stopped Daz and Smith. Put a lot of pressure on Nunn as he's been back to throw. It's going to be 4th and 2
Give it a
from the
Stith.
4.
Time running. Here comes Nunn with the play. Newsom behind him with Smith. Pulley to the left. Bellamy to the right. Along with Stith. Big play for the Crabbers.
Nunn under center. 4th and 2 from the 4. 1 minute left. Goes to Daz. He gets stopped at the yard of scrimmage. He's not going to get it. It's going to be really close. Really close. It looks like he's going to have.
And stop the clock to measure it.
That's going to be close, Frank. He needed 2.
Number 5, Daz Newsom. Helmets come off on the play.
They're going to take a measure.
And we have an official timeout.
Well, too close for comfort there for Crabber fans, but we'll see if he got it. I can't see the spot even.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard to tell from up here. Steve Fryer, our cameraman, doing a great job bringing the ball game tonight. This is Steve Wu Bay and myself enjoying it Thanksgiving Friday night.
Everybody's holding their breath here at Darling to see if he got it. First down, Hampton.
By the tip of the football.
Man, game of inches, Frank.
Yeah, and Daz Newsom, the man able to pick up those inches. Now, can they get that last couple of yards and get on the board here? 56 seconds to go. And the Crabbers will be ready to go when the sticks go. They'll be able to hopefully score here in the quarter. Here to go. Clock started.
First and goal from the 2. Nunn gets a push. Nunn gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Hampton.
DJ Nunn.
With some help from some linemen.
Well, Justin Red still down the field, but that man created the hole himself. He and number 75, Ezekiel Volk. Good blocking down there.
Great drive by Hampton. They used a lot of clock, though, but we'll take the 6 points.
That draws them within, the kick will draw them within 10.
So if the defense can continue to play well, Frank, and they get the ball, it's Venezuela with a huge extra point.
Jesus with the orange shoes out of the hold of Daz Newsom. The senior, Valenzuela.
Good snap, good hold, good kick.
That leg gets stronger during the game, doesn't it? Red on the ground again as they're really going after Justin Red, but that's the wrong guy to get mad.
You don't want to mess with Red.
Big boy
6'5",
comes off,
275.
and he's going to get a hand from his coaches. They're going to congratulate him because that's some good play out there.
All right, Frank, 27-17.
A whole quarter and 46 seconds to go here. Crabbers trail it by 10. They're going to have another good, strong defensive stands, and they got to have some good kicks out of Valenzuela. They got to pin the Pilots back.
Yep.
Well, Crabbers is a good story in the making here. They can pull it off.
Well, they've been known to make.
They got
like the last week's game. I mean, we've seen it happen.
Well, they got the kicker that they need for their first field goal. They need to stop the Pilots, and it's hard to stop. Darryl Mack and his squad and Kevin Marks have been quite a combination, as they've been all year long. You know, Salem gave up 417 yards to the Pilots last year. They're nowhere near that. I'm going to say about half that so far through 3. Valenzuela.
Good kick.
Deep, up in the air. Pushing Esprit over here to the corner. He's going to go the far side. He changes his mind.
Good pursuit by Hampton.
And Hampton just going to hit him in a group, bring him down. The young man hangs on the ball well.
I like him. He's a good special teams guy. Doesn't play much on offense.
Obviously, they trust him because he's the only one back there, and he's, I think, gotten every kick return. So, 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line is DJ Mack brings his crew out. Mack very loose. He walks on the field like he's up 40. The Crabbers going to have to stop him here. He and his teammate, Kevin Marks, both D1 bound.
First and 10 from the 29, 38 seconds left. Offense move.
Offense move, yep. That looks like number 58. That 58 for Brandon Donato Harris, I believe. It's hard to see the numbers down there. Navy blue numbers on a dark gray black background.
Good color coordination, just not good idea for us.
Just tough to see.
But they're a senior-laden team, Frank, like I said earlier, so I don't think they're going to get rattled, but that was
good start for the Crabbers.
So 1st and 15 from the 24, 38 seconds left, third quarter, 27-17. Mack keeps. Good pursuit by Hampton as he has nowhere to go, and they're all over Mack. He's lost 2 yards on the play. Great defensive play by Hampton.
The Crabbers able to put some licks on Mack that time. He can't get it back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and about 13, maybe 14 yards for the Pilots. And they're going to get the play in quickly.
I don't know if they're going to get it off or they're going to wait for the quarter. There's 10 seconds left.
Oh, I would think they're going to wait. Let the time go.
It's going to be 2nd and 13 when we come back in the fourth quarter. Hampton down 27-17.
I guess they're going to wait because the official picked the ball up and said, I guess you're going to wait. So the 3 quarters in the book, 4 touchdowns for the Pilots, 2 and a field goal for the Crabbers. 27-17 is our score. Woo-Bay, we got to see more of that drive in quicker time in the fourth quarter for the Crabbers. They're going to keep their season going here.
But I'll tell you what, like you said before, they were down against Indian River, and they haven't played well. So hopefully in the fourth quarter they can play their best football in the season.
And they're
down 10.
And they're at home. And you got Daz Newsome, and we're going to see some good football here now. The Norview Pilots thinking, this is the team that beat us last year. We thought we had a chance. Last year. This is the team that beat us, so they get a lot of revenge. But that motive goes away here in the fourth quarter. Now it's all, we've got the lead, and we've got to keep it. We got a D1 quarterback. Let's see what he can do for us. Not like he hadn't carried them all year long. But
all year, him and the running back.
So Marks and Mack for the Pilots.
This is great. I mean, Frank, like we're talking about all these D1 players that we're watching all year. We saw Hunter.
Oh, it's fantastic.
We see
fantastic. Southside football has had its lull, but it's coming back strong. And you get a kid like Mack can pave the way for a lot of those young men over there. I talked to him like it's the country. It's the biggest part of one of the biggest areas in the Commonwealth.
Mack goes back to pass. He's going to run a screen.
And a very effective screen.
Good screen.
Davis.
Oh, Mark slips right near the first down marker. Great play by Norview. Caught Hampton off guard.
Yeah, they picked up the first down, though. So good play by Mack again. He comes up. He's not 100% in his legs. He got dinged up right before the half.
So they got the 13 yards they needed.
Crabber defense got to dig in again. 1st and 10.
Mack, this time he fakes the marks. He's going to throw it far side. And this guy has speed. It looks like it's going to be Ashby. Great play by Norview.
And Travion Davis dragged him down, but he got beat in the backfield there, and it gives up the first down. One thing about Davis, though, he never gives up.
So now Norview is mixing up a little bit with the pass. Marks on the screen and Ashby on the catch on the far side. Mack, this time he goes to Marks. He gets the ball up the middle. He breaks a couple tackles, breaks it outside. Marks has some room. He has to beat Daz. He goes out of bounds.
So they keep this looks like their first drive of the ball game. Crabber's probably
this is when they need to stop him here.
Yeah, they're focused in on what's been working. Now they're going to have to go back to general defense and see if they can catch a mistake here. That's what we need, is a mistake by the pilots.
Need a big turnover here.
Of course, handing the ball off, not going to get many mistakes between that connection between Marks and Mack.
Mack, shotgun. Gets it, fakes it to Marks. He's going to keep it. The big running back gets 5 yards just laying down. He's 6'3", 205.
Elijah Conliff laid the 305 pounds on him. Matt gets a hand up. Win or lose, Matt's going to know he'd been in a ball game. Right? He comes up a little gimpy.
He's getting hit tonight for sure.
But he's a good-looking young quarterback.
He is. Good size.
Well, he can take some good hits. That was a good hit by Conliffe because he wrapped him up.
Mack, shotgun, 2nd and 5 from the 30. This time it goes to Marks. Marks breaks the tackle. He's going to go up the middle. He runs over Daz. Daz comes back and lays him down. Great run by Kevin Marks.
Yeah, he sure can find the hole, and there was one there on the right side.
Looks like Red had an opportunity to get him in the backfield.
Had him kind of back on his heels. He couldn't get forward to grab him. Now the Norview trying to put this game away. Another touchdown may do it. 27-17. Crabbers need that turnover right here.
Yeah, they need it definitely.
Line for the Norview Pilots played very well. Craig, Basson, Askew, Eason, and Rogers.
Goes back to Marks. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's an illegal procedure on the Pilots.
So that's going to push him back 5 yards.
And it stops the clock.
So just like last
long discussion about what the penalty is. Flag, illegal shift.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring it back 5 yards.
Wow. 27-17, 10-17 left in the ball game. Hampton finds themselves down by 10.
There was a penalty marker on the play. This will be charged against the Pilots. Illegal shift is a single. It will be pushed back to the 20-yard line.
So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, Frank. It's going to be 1st and 15 from the 20.
Now we've seen these little 5-yard penalties be a real good starter for the Crabber defense. Let's see if they can capitalize now, pushing the Pilots back step by step.
Matt looks over at the sideline and gets the play. Marks behind him. Marks goes back to Marks. Marks is just running with a vengeance here.
Tariq Coleman finishes him off trying to get that ball.
Looks like he got about 4 or 5 on the run. It's going to be 2nd and close to 10.
Well, you're right at halftime. Marks has been the difference maker so far. Max had a good game, and he's a dangerous weapon, but it's Marks that has really damaged the Crabbers.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 14. Frank, the clock is rolling. Marks goes in motion, far side, and comes back. Oh, it's another flag going to be against.
Moved again,
Norview.
yep.
Like you said earlier, Frank, when they try to get too cute, is when they've had mistakes. When they've just played simple ball, they've been effective.
But we watched it last week. Indian River, if they were within 30 yards of the end zone, they gave it to Devin Hunter, this top running back in the south side, and they were more than 30 away. They wouldn't give it to him, and I think it cost them a ball game last week.
For sure. It's going to be 2nd and 15 from the 19. Mac.
Pilots need to put a hit on him and sack him here, try to keep pushing him back.
Mac fakes. This time he keeps. He goes far side. Cunliffe grabs him, and they drag him down. He's hard to bring down. He's still on his feet, and now the whole line just knocks him down.
That's Coleman again to finish him off. Tyreek Coleman, the designated finisher on this set of downs. But Cunliffe's the one that stopped him. Red on the ground again.
So a huge 3rd down here, Frank. No gain on the play. May have lost a couple yards.
And Crabber defense, the clock's moving, but they're playing well.
It'll be 3rd and 15 for the Pilots.
Big play for the Crabber D right here.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I'm not sure McCool can, Coleman can kick it this far.
This time Mac rolls out. He has some pressure. He gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Good play on defense by Daz Newsome. Great play.
No, but the play was 54. Juice Majette just laid him out. Welcome to the peninsula, Mr. Mack. He's feeling that one.
Good hit by Majette.
Effective, right on time, and may have even made that ball just a little bit off.
Yeah.
See the strength of his arm.
They're going to go for the field goal here. They're going to attempt a field goal by Coleman.
Well, this is a risk.
Yes,
that ball bounces away, gets blocked. Get a bad snap.
So let's see what Coleman can do
about
here.
A 37-yard field goal.
He hasn't proved to have a big leg during the kickoff.
He will prove you and me wrong if he can kick this one through. This is a long field goal for a high school kicker. And Trevor's line up.
If he kicks it.
Yeah, if he kicks it.
He's going to line up to kick it. It's going to be. It's going to be good.
And he proved us wrong. But
that is a huge kick.
Puts it right over the bar to put his team up by 2 touchdowns now. They're 13-point lead. A big kick by Brooks Coleman.
Huge
young man who hadn't shown the distance so far, but does it there, drops it right over the crossbar.
Yeah, that was a huge kick.
Well, the damage is minimal for the Crabbers' perspective. You got 8:14 to go, and you need 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And not to give up another point to Coolman or Mack or Marks.
Huge kick.
I don't know what the discussion is. No, they're just getting the ball set.
Looks like it was a low snap, and he still got it through. Now it's a 13-point game.
Also, we have a vehicle, Virginia license tag, LAX.
Yeah, we'll see if that little spark, that hold there, they gave up the field goal, but again, doesn't really come into play as much as you. I mean, it certainly doesn't make it a 3-score game.
They need a quick strike here.
A 3-touchdown score. They need the strike here, and they need a good return. And here's Coolman again. And he kicked it. That was what did we say, a 37-yarder? Yeah. Good field goal.
Guess he proved us wrong.
Yeah, he did. And maybe that's his limit, but he sure kicked it right over the bar, and that gives his team what they need. Here's another one. A little short one. That's going to be number 10. That's Bellamy.
Well, Bellamy
he stays on his feet. He's got some blockers, and they missed the one block. And none missed the block on number 20. That's D'Angelo Osborne. Excuse me, not D'Angelo Osborne. That's Kelsey Outsey Askew. And he slips by none, and who I guess he didn't know the runner was right behind him. That would have been a big return, but they still, good field position again here in the second half for the Crabbers. None comes out. It's up to him.
Yeah, they got to get a quick one here.
Yep.
It's only 8:06 left. There's still a lot of time, but you can't use your whole drive on this. On this possession here. On this.
Well, you're going to have to pass the ball, and that's what they're going to do. Smith behind the quarterback, Nunn. Trips left with Newsome in the middle out there.
Nunn fakes, slant, overthrown. Oh, and Pulley landed awkwardly.
Yeah, and Pulley has been open the whole night. He had to give him a flare and let him hold it up because he's been open, but he's been overthrown 3 times so far, twice in this half. He landed awkward in the leg, but the young man's tough. He's played well in the playoffs.
Second and 10.
So incomplete, 2nd and 10 from the 39. Again, Stevenson, we haven't seen Stevenson in the second half.
No, this is Nunn's ball game, and he's going to have to make that pass. DJ Nunn, the senior, 6'1", 188-pounder, and this is his ball game.
Bellamy and Newsom near side. Fakes. Little slant. Daz with a great catch. Is it going to be a first down for Hampton?
It's a
good
first
catch
down.
by Daz Newsom.
And a good throw by Nunn, so that's a way to go here.
Simple play for Nunn to Newsom. Gets it right at midfield.
But that's the distance you need right there, about 15 yards in the air, and it was sharply thrown because Newsom went up in the air to grab it, and that's a risk at any time. Don't want to lay out your receivers.
Yep. So huge play for Hampton at midfield. 1st and 10 from the 50. 30-17 on a huge field goal kick by Coolman. Puts him up by 13. Nunn fakes it to Smith. He keeps. Gets it about 3 yards.
He's going to hustle back the 3-yarders, and then the 45-second time between plays ain't going to do it for the Crabbers. They got to do it quickly.
This is what Hampton does. I mean, they take a long time to get the plays in and out.
You know, Smith giving Newsom the play.
Got to be quick.
Give him the play. Here comes Newsom.
Gave him 2 on that one, Frank. It's 2nd and 8 from the 48. Clock moving, 7:05.
Again, all of the Norview defenders, the bulk of them right there in the middle, trying to stop the run.
You see all the
receivers man-to-man.
Pointing to Daz. Shotgun for Nunn.
Bellamy in the underneath
They
spot.
got a blitz. He breaks it, and he's going to be sacked. Hampton was on a blitz. Norview on a blitz.
And Hampton's Deontay Stiff, wide open down the middle. No time for Nunn to throw it. 3rd down now, and about 14 yards for the Crabbers. Gonna need a big play right here.
Clock still running, 3rd and 14. They got to get the play in. Daz gets it from Coach Smith.
Crabbers have got to hustle. Powell over the ball at center. Nunn behind him with Traquan Smith in the fullback spot.
Huge here, 3rd down. Nunn under center. He's going to pass to Newsom. Newsom tries to break it. He stays on his feet and he slips out of bounds. He had room. He had a lot of room on a good play call, but
pick up 4 yards though. Still not going downfield, and I think is that Pulley that's coming back from being downfield wide open.
Yeah. But a couple receivers have been wide open.
Pulley has been matched up with Cohen's all night long on the left side.
This could be the ball game, folks. It's going to be 4th down. 4th and 10 from midfield. Looks like Bellamy's coming back in.
Well, Bellamy and Newsom here on the near side. Pulley man-to-man on the far. This is where Pulley's been open.
Last time Norview had him on a blitz. They confused Hampton. Now Hampton's confused. Red is talking to Smith. Shotgun. Nunn goes back to pass. Pressure from Norview. It's complete to Daz Newsom. He gets the first down. That's going to be enough for a first down. Good play by Daz.
Call him down, although his knees didn't hit, or he didn't think his knee hit. Smith is all over him now. They whistled him down. And they slow that one down at home, folks, and see if his knees hit. By the time we look,
I don't know if he was down.
So a quick whistle by the official that's going to get the first down for the Crabbers, stop the clock.
5:48 left.
Play's got to come in quickly.
It's a first.
And Norview coach is trying to help Herman Drone. Herman's our great timekeeper up here, straightens them out.
Don't tell him how to do his job.
Nope. All right, same trip's right.
1st and 10 from the 37. So Newsom's been involved in the offense from the receiver standpoint. Shotgun for Nunn. He goes back to pass. He's going to go deep. He has Newsom on a post route. Newsom almost catches it.
Good throw. Newsom just couldn't get it. A little out of his reach.
Newsom usually catches those.
That's Cohen's again on the defense, and they're getting by him. And that ball's in the right spot. It's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Beautiful throw, just a little bit long for the fastest man on the field.
Yeah. So
Newsom comes back.
10 from the 37.
By the time he comes back, the play's in. Tell him what the play is. Trips right again. Newsom a little slow. He's been worn out this game. He's played his heart out.
Shotgun Nunn goes back to pass.
A nice pickup on the block. Ball in the corner.
Open. It's going to be, incomplete.
Through his hands.
He had it in his hands.
Right through his arm. That's Bellamy out there. Purnell Bellamy. Purnell Pulley, excuse me.
And Pulley made 2 great plays last week.
Pulley, yeah, Purnell Pulley.
Oh, what a throw by Nunn. Great throw, right in his hands. He tried to dive.
And he probably could stay on his feet. The ball was nicely thrown. As once again, they're by their man. The ball's right there.
Just wonder why they
one pass just out of the arms, one through the arms. Pilot's defense stiffening here.
I don't know if it's necessarily the Pilot's defense, but 2 plays that Hampton has converted all year just hasn't happened tonight. 3rd and 10 now from the 37. 2 good play calls, Frank. Just haven't been able to connect.
Coming late in the 4th quarter, though.
Yeah. Nunn, he's been better in the shotgun than on the center. He gets it, goes back to pass. It's going to be incomplete.
No flag.
No flag on the play. Is Pulley
remarkable.
Was trying to go up and get a great defensive play by Norview.
Yep, very good defensive play. Pulley made a good play. He was right there at the first down marker.
So this is going to be another 4th down as Hampton's going to have to try to convert on 4th down, this time from the 37.
Yeah, here's the ball game right here.
Ball game here.
There's 5 minutes to go, and they're down 2 touchdowns.
Nunn has been very effective in the shotgun, giving him more time. Trips near side, Pulley on the far side. He goes back to pass. He has pressure. He has to get rid of it, and he's not going to make it, folks. He's going to get sacked. And it's going to be a flag. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty on that.
A target.
It's going to be a head of the helmet, and that's going to give Hampton life. Oh, he had nowhere to go.
And he came in with that helmet. 2 flags on that.
And we just hope Nunn's okay.
At a minimum, he gets to play over, right? Is that let's see what the call is.
It's going to be a helmet to helmet.
Going to give his, looks like a, what? Personal foul. Hitting the roughing the pass, hit to the head, helmet to helmet contact.
That's 15 yards. That keeps Hampton life. Wow. You know, in that situation, Frank, he's making a football play. The quarterback's dipping his head. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. That's what
if you watch the college game this year and the BYU game starts the year, both safeties get thrown out for targeting, and then you watch the game today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Same play, no call.
Right. It's just been inconsistent.
The coach, so it's a tough play, but it's a 1st and 10 for the Crabbers on the 35. So they get the 15 yards from the flag and the 1st down.
So that gives them life. 4:57 left in counting.
Crabbers grabbing life wherever they can get it, that time with the flag.
Nunn, shotgun, trips near side. Nunn this time keeps. He has room. Nunn is going to go from the far side.
Great run.
Good block by Pulley, and he gets tripped up. But not before he gets another 1st down for Hampton.
What a great run by the quarterback. As he saw a little opening and made the most of it. Went out to the left, and he brings the ball down inside the 15.
So Hampton's still on the move after that penalty. And Nunn, not really known for his running, picks up a great gain on that one.
So Newsom's going to bring the play in as the clock starts.
So it's 4:40 and counting left. Hampton on the move. 1st and 10 from the 12.
Crabber band trying to get everybody going now. Crabbers need to put one in the end zone here and do it quickly.
No question. Nunn, who's been effective in the shotgun, trips. Nunn goes back to pass. No pressure yet. Now he gets pressure. He gets away from it. Nunn keeps it and throws it. Touchdown, Hampton.
Jaquarius Bellamy. Great play by DJ Nunn.
Oh, DJ Nunn got away. That was a great play by Nunn.
So the Crabbers scored a touchdown here with 4:12 to go. You couldn't do it any better. They got that was a crazy way to get it, but they got it.
So this becomes huge now. If he makes it, it'll be a 6-point ball game.
Well, what was the difference between the drop, touchdown, pass, and that? About 40 seconds? I mean, it really wasn't that much.
That much.
The Valenzuela on for the all-important extra point.
So Hampton capitalizes, Frank, on that penalty. Unfortunate penalty for Norview, but Hampton will take it.
Hampton will take anything right now as they trail it
And how many fourth downs did they convert, Frank? 3, I think, if I counted right, 3
in all sorts
fourth
of
downs.
different ways, yes.
4th and 10s is Venezuela's kick is up, and he's been money all year, Frank.
Jesus.
So it's a 6-point game with 4 minutes left. We've seen crazy things happen, just like last week, Frank. They came back and won it.
Well, DJ Nunn showing what everybody has seen in him most of the year, which is that little bit of spark. The run by Nunn is the one that sets that up.
But the key, Frank, they got to stop. They got to stop Mack and Marks on this next.
Yeah,
possession.
they do, and they've done. The defense has done a pretty good job on his power combination from Norview. Let's see them do it here. They need
Gotta
a
come
deep
up with
kick.
a turnover or something, Frank.
Yep, and a deep kick from Valenzuela.
Yes, nothing cute. Just kick it down. I'm not a huge fan of the swift kick anyway.
No,
Why do it now? Give them a short field. Where now we know they have a kicker, an asset in the special teams.
Tell him whatever it is, with the soccer term, kick it as far as you can. And see if you can get it up in the air a little bit. Yep, you keep it. It's a little bit up. Number 3 back, Chris Oliver back in the kick return spot. Number 3.
This is a resilient Hampton.
So this is a hands team up front for Norview.
I don't know if I would even try that though.
I'm not sure they're going to do it.
Down here.
There are a lot of men on this side of the field. Yep.
And they're going to try it. Oh, wow.
Right in the hands.
I don't know if I agree with. They had all this open field down here.
Yep.
That's not his game. His game.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pilots on the 50-yard line, and the defense of the Crabbers once again called on to make the big stop here with 4:11 to go in the quarter in the game.
That was huge.
And it wasn't even a very good onside kick.
Yeah,
there's a discussion out here. I think the Crabbers had too many men on one side of the line. Let's see what they call.
Oh, they get a re-kick, right?
I think that's what it was. They had too many on this side of on the near side.
They get a re-kick though, Frank. So this might actually benefit Hampton.
And if you're Norview, why do you take the re-kick, man?
I guess I think
it must be mandatory. So they move it back 5 yards, I imagine.
Now,
it shows the indicator.
Now what do you do, Frank?
I'm
gonna try it again, or you just boot the ball down the field. There's an open area. I don't know if
this young man that we haven't seen play, return man, Chris Oliver, back.
I don't know if you can see it on your TV, folks, but there's an open area on the near side of the field where there's nobody.
Well,
if he can kick it that way, have an opportunity to.
7 men on the 10 yards from the ball for the Pilots. 3 10 yards behind them, and then Chris Oliver, who's wandered into the game for the Pilots, back on his own 25. Jesus Valenzuela to tee it up.
30-24, folks. What a game. 4:11 left in the ball game.
So that cost the Crabbers 5 yards in 1 second. So let's see. I think they may kick away here. And the Crabbers, once again, balance out their lines.
There
he does. He
Good
kicks
kick.
it up.
Stay.
And he's going to sit at the 10-yard, and they Crabbers shoot themselves in the foot again.
That was a great kick, though.
Beautiful kick. And it sat there like a nice Tiger Woods iron shot.
It's almost like he listened to me, Frank, on that one.
It did, and maybe this microphone's carrying farther than we think.
Let's see what the call is.
We're waiting for the call. Offsides on the Crabbers, another 5 yards. They're going to take another big kick from Valenzuela. That was a really good kick.
And they keep, his kick, I don't know how strong his foot is, but you can't keep moving him back.
Yeah, they're going to
adding more drama to this one, folks.
Offsides for the Crabbers. Valenzuela is going to get his leg warmed up here.
Well, he probably, when he was on the soccer team, he probably was saying to himself, I didn't know I was going to do this much kicking when I came to the football team. But at the 30, he has the leg to do it.
Well, he's getting warmed up now, so he's kicked it twice. First one was not a great onside kick. Now he should pull it and kick it on the far side of the field.
I just hope Hampton stays on sides this time, and they do.
They do.
They wait. Good kick.
Real good kick. Over Oliver's head.
Good kick.
And if it's going to sit.
Oh, it's going to
go
okay.
end zone.
Good kick. That's all right. So great kick. We knew he could do it, Frank. He just hasn't done it all year.
I haven't seen the all-district or all-conference or whatever the crazy mess the VHSL has created about But if there's a kicker of our Peninsula District, it should be Valenzuela.
You know, sadly, I overlooked who the special teams was. But I know Daz was a punt returner, kick returner specialist as the first team. But
running back.
I didn't get a chance to see who the kicker was. That's a good point. I mean, he's had a great.
Well, it should be. That was a really good kick. And if it would have better than bounce, it would have stopped. Just died right there on the 5. All right, so here comes the Crabber defense.
Here, 4:11 left, 30-24.
They got him on the 20. One mistake is what they need.
Need a turnover.
Mack looking again. Crabber defense not going to jump. Mack and Marks.
Marks in motion. Mack. This time he's going to keep his feet. Good play by Coliff. It's going to be a flag. It's going to be a hold. It's going to come back.
And the Crabbers pull him down backwards, which always makes you wince when you see a player down. But they're going to. Holding.
It's going to be a hold. It's 10 yards. It's going back. 4:04 left.
The clock stop.
Frank.
So between all that kicking mess,
I have a feeling
that was 8 seconds.
I have a feeling about this one. It's getting to the point where Daz Newsome or someone on that secondary is going to make a play.
Well, they need a turnover right here.
They need a huge turnover. They're only down 6. Touchdown can tie it.
That quarterback's not one that you would think would turn the ball over. He's been hit a couple times here in the second half.
And you said it, when Majette hit him on the last drive, it really shook him up a little bit. So it's 1st and 20 from the 10. 4:04 left in the game, folks. Trips near side. Marks in the backfield.
He looks and see out of this set, what play he's going to run.
Mack looks over, calls the play.
Mack or Mark. That's who it's going to be. Davis goes right back at him. The man open down the middle.
Throw. It's going to be
picked.
Play by Pulley as he breaks it up. Great play by Pulley.
Stiff.
And that's
Deontay Stiff, I think.
And Pulley was banged up on that play. I saw it coming. Great play.
Is it Stiff?
Pulley.
That's Pulley. Yeah, the two of them have. He's taking a beat in this quarter.
Great game. And great play by Mack as he disguised the coverage. He was looking near side on the rollout and went the opposite side, but Pulley was right there, Frank.
Well, at the home, if you're watching at home, what you can say is, like we agree, that kid can throw a football.
He can throw. University of Central Florida's got a good quarterback coming next year.
Pulley out. Number 30 in as Fitzgerald.
Brandon Fitzgerald, haven't seen him tonight, but they got guys coming in and out.
He's warmed up.
2nd and 20 from the 10. Mack, he's going to fake the pitch. He's going to keep. He has a good run. Good run by Matt.
But he's by Daz.
Daz Newsome with a great tackle. It's going to be a huge 3rd down, folks. This is huge. This is the ball game right here.
So Matt calls his own number. Pulley back in.
Oof.
Fitzgerald, who's God bless him.
You don't play all year and you come in with 3 minutes left. 3rd and 7 from. It's going to be 3rd and 7. This is probably the biggest game of the season for the Crabbers. Let's see what happens here.
Crabber line looks in the back. This is Mack with Marks to his right. Trips right.
Mack looks over. Mack gets it. He's going to be stopped short. So Hampton's going to get the ball back. Let's see how much time Norview.
At the bottom, I think.
Let's see how much time Norview with Hampton.
It was. Juice Majette at his feet.
Hampton has timeouts. They have 2 timeouts left. Let's see what they do with it. And it looks like Norview's going to. They're thinking about it, Frank. I don't know what they're thinking about, but
I don't know why they don't punt it. But now, of course, Mack's the punter, so.
And they're going to let the clock run. That's what they're going to do, Frank. I don't know why Hampton didn't use a timeout.
I thought for a minute he was signaling for one. He didn't do it. 2 timeouts for the Crabbers, remaining 3 for the Pilots.
Just letting the clock run.
Well, the 5-yard penalty, I guess, they're not going to worry about it. They're going to call a timeout. They have 3, and they lead.
Mike Smith is known to do stuff like this, though.
So time called right as the clock will run. It's 2:03 to go here in the 4th quarter. Norview with a 4th and 5, and they're going to talk it over. You would think they'd punt it.
They're going to punt it to Daz Newsome. They're going to punt it to Daz Newsome.
This way, you may want to have somebody like Travion Davis or Traquan Smith slip out to the opposite side and just see if he can grab it. Pulley, who's been beaten up this quarter, but back in.
Well, they're going to get
two timeouts apiece.
Yeah, 2 timeouts left, yeah.
Fans, some of them coming to their feet now. It's gotten cold here.
Yeah, it's gotten chilly.
And it's moist out. They still got a layer of haze hanging over the stadium.
Of course, for a guy like Mark's going to Buffalo next year, this is like summertime to him next year.
Oh, yeah. All right, it will be after next year, yeah.
Of course, they're going to try to kick. Coleman's actually going to do the punting, and Daz is going to be back to receive the punt.
Brooks Coleman, who played very well tonight. Brooks Coleman, Daz back.
Daz is back.
Bellamy back a little bit.
2 minutes, 2:03 left.
They're watching everything here out of these tricky Norview pilots.
Yeah, you're right. It could be something fishy. 4th and 5 from the 25. Coleman.
Watch the up man. Nope, it's Coleman.
Oh, it's straight up in the air. Kicking it away from Daz. And Hampton has to be aware where the ball is. And they down it.
Why?
45. Daz was kind of close to that one.
Well, why does he even down it? It was still rolling. But anyway, 55 yards for the Crabbers here. They got a minute 52 to do it.
And who would have thought, Frank, at the start of the half, it would come down to the last possession of the game. Hampton scores here. They tie it, and an extra point could win it. As I was anticipating a Daz Newsom return, which would have been a great play. But now Daz has an opportunity to win it, and the Crabbers. This is what the playoffs are about. Darling Stadium under the lights.
Right. This stadium is seeing a lot of exciting ball games at Thanksgiving time.
Under the lights, Friday night, folks. Yep. Friday night lights.
Here come the Crabbers. Jalen Powell, the center, over top of the ball.
This is what it's all about.
Newsom, Nunn, Smith. Now Newsom comes right. Trips right. This formation's been very good. Yeah. Red says, let's get up and get going.
And then Nunn in the shotgun has been real effective. Nunn back to pass. He has help. It's a screen. Not much there, though. As Norview sniffs it out and knocks Smith out of bounds. It looks like a block or 2. Great.
Clock stops. Clock should have stopped. Should have stopped on that. It was the side judge had to stop. They may want to check the time. So not a successful play there. The Crabbers are going to have to go downfield.
Yeah, they're going to have to. And they have been successful, Frank, going downfield.
That time again, Norview's defense focused on the run.
This is why you come to Hampton, folks. This is a championship. Always somewhere close to a championship every year at Hampton. This is what they play for every year. Second and 10 from the 46. Nunn's back to pass. He has Smith. Smith has room. He's dragging 2 defenders. And is there going to be a penalty?
I think he got him in the face mask.
But it looks like he dragged the ball out of the hands.
The penalty came first. I think he's got a face mask over there. Let's see what the call is, because I saw Smith's head duck down like somebody had him by the mask.
Yeah, you're right. The Norview bench erupted.
They did, but they're quiet now. I think it was a face mask. It looked like his head dropped down like there was a hand wrapped around his mask. Let's see what the call is. Official staring at the sideline.
As we're looking at Herman, our man up here to see. Face mask is going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to be Hampton's on the move. 2 penalties, Frank, for Hampton.
Big ones.
The last few drives is Norview.
The penalty is called from the 48 of Norview.
Wow. That's
so
15 yards.
15 yards from the 48. Down to the 33. No, the ball. No, I'm sorry. It's a 5-yard penalty.
It's not 15.
Spotted on the 43.
Oh, from where the spot was.
First and 10. Yep.
First down from the 43. Nunn in shotgun. 1:30 left in the ball game. Hampton down 6. They go to Smith up the middle. Good run by Smith. Almost broke it.
But picked up 3 yards there. 2nd and 7. Crabbers got to go.
Come on. He was a shoelace away, Frank, on that one.
So tried to catch him in a surprise, couldn't do it. Newsom stays out right. Crabbers get to play in.
They gave him 3, 108 and counting. They have to go. They got to move.
First
30-24, just like last week, folks. They scored with less than a minute left. Nunn in shotgun, back to pass.
Everybody back now for Norview.
Nunn doesn't have anywhere to go. He's going to have to get rid of it. He's going to throw it deep. He's got Newsom in the end zone. It's going to be almost caught. Did he catch it? No. He caught the ball.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Daz Newsom on the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Daz Newsom is amazing, folks. He's amazing, folks. Oh, my goodness. What a catch by Daz Newsom. They caught a touchdown on that when the game is tied up. What a play.
We thought it was pick there in a minute.
What a play by Daz Newsome.
Newsome hauls it right in the back of the end zone.
Wow.
Keeps his feet in.
47 seconds left. What a play by Daz Newsome.
Tie ball game, 30-30.
Wow.
Valenzuela on for the extra point. Newsome to do the holding.
They talking to the coaches. They see your boy Marcus Godwin, the ODU commit, is talking mess to the coaches up here. And this is oh my goodness. Frank, Daz Newsome, what else can you say about him?
Well, he caught that ball. What a pass from
This is huge, though, Frank. We've talked about special teams all year.
Here comes Valenzuela for the extra point.
Got to make the extra point to take the lead.
They're going to get a mighty rush. Good snap. Newsome with a bumble hold. Picks it up, though. And it is good. Crabbers 31. The Norview Pilots 30. 47 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Hey, let's keep in mind, Norview's offense, they scored the first possession in 47 seconds. I mean, in a minute.
In a minute, that's right.
Wait, now, Frank, Hampton scored last week with 53 seconds left, right?
Right.
Then they scored with 47 seconds left in this game. Daz Newsome comes through for the Crabbers.
Not only that, but DJ Nunn put the ball at the only place in the field.
And he had pressure, Frank.
No, he loved pressure. His escape efforts tonight have saved the game for the Crabbers.
It's not over yet, though, folks. 47 seconds left.
All right, here's Valenzuela again. Another big kick in his life. Young soccer player in his first season. No pressure. As a young man kicked the extra points and kicked the field goal. That field goal was huge in the first half.
Oh, man, huge. And we talked about it, Frank. They didn't score, but that 3 points is the difference right now.
As is Esprit Oliver back here. We can't see from this distance. It looks like Esprit. Back at his deep spot. Valenzuela with a kick. Deep kick up in there. Nice spinner. Esprit from his 12.
Oh,
he drops it. Looks for something there.
Osprey has a chance to go all the way. Oh,
he is stuck.
37 seconds. Daz Newsome's all over the field. Whoa, Frank, he had a crease.
Esprit has lost his breath. He's knocked the wind out of him.
Knocked the wind out of Esprit. Esprit's not feeling it.
He didn't see Daz Newsome at all. He made a great cut, a great run back. Dangerous is that ball.
But Frank, 35 seconds left. This offense can score with the blink of an eye, so you have to be aware.
37 on the board now.
31-30 Hampton.
So the Crabber D called on here to stop the top quarterback in the area.
DJ Mack. We got 2 DJs, Mack and Nunn.
2 DJs at QB.
What a game, folks. What a game.
The 1st and 10 from the 48 of Norview. Mack with Marks to his left. Crabber defense revive. Mack plenty of time. Throw over the middle. Pop, but still caught. Nice catch out there.
31 seconds left.
That's number 4. Kashard Cohen, Kayvon Lawson with a nice catch.
And let's keep in mind, that kicker from Kuhlman, he could be the key if they get in field goal range. They have, they have 1 timeout left, Frank. Norview just called a timeout with 31 seconds left in the game.
And they called a timeout when they had a stoppage of the clock. So a good, big decision there.
Yeah, you're right. The clock already stopped, and that's going to be huge because if they get in field goal range.
Of course, these plays count now. These are big plays for the Pilots. 31-30 Hampton, 31 seconds to go. Ball on the 35 of the Crabbers. Mike Smith out to discuss a few things.
Wow, Frank.
Crabbers trying to hang on here. They have moved ahead for the first time in the ball game.
Just like last week, they were down the whole game. 47 seconds left. They've had the lead for 16 seconds, to be honest.
And with the slippery field, the receivers had the advantage in this. So
yeah.
Justin Red saying that they're grabbing me by the neck every time I go in.
And so Cunliffe almost had a sack on that last one. A sack would be huge right here now for Hampton.
They have to keep the clock moving.
They got to put some pressure on
Marks to his right. You got to watch the handoff. I know it sounds risky, and it is.
Matt goes back to pass. Powell's putting pressure on him. It's going to be incomplete.
It's hard to, I can't see. There's the official.
Yeah, he said incomplete.
Out of bounds. Yep. So there stops the clock. Good throw again by Mack. My goodness.
He's going to be a good one. You might see him on Sundays if he keeps playing like this down at University of Central Florida. Great, really impressive.
Justin Red is really giving the Dickens here to one of the linemen as he's going around his neck, and that's what his complaint is, and he's made it clear to the officials.
He's giving them the business.
But at this point, you want to contain Mack and then guard the receivers, and here they are. This is number 7, Jamal Deaton, who we didn't think was going to play much. He's left, and everybody else right for the Pilots.
31-30, 23 seconds left. They have the ball at 35.
Got to watch Marks. Don't lose sight of him.
Mack, back to pass. He has pressure. He's going to be almost sacked. He's running away, and he's going to be close to a first down. That's going to stop the clock.
He got the first down at the 20.
They let him get away. Gain of 15 on the play.
So
13 seconds left, folks. Oh, my goodness.
Last timeout taken by the Norview Pilots. So really, they got one play left. They can kick a field goal, too.
Yeah.
So they got to be careful.
This is where they were last time for the field goal.
Do they kick the field goal, or do they try to go one play? They have no timeouts left.
And we have to watch out for what they do, because they have a good kicker, as we saw earlier in the game.
It would be about a 36-yarder.
The last one was a 37-yarder.
Here, yeah, but that went right over the bar, and that, he proved us wrong that time. Can he prove us wrong twice? The Crabber fans on their feet, all the fans here at Darling Stadium. Friday night football here, Thanksgiving weekend, reminiscent of the great Newport News Typhoon Hampton Crabber games on Thanksgiving.
Wow, Frank, we're both standing up here in this last 13 seconds. The kickoff was huge. I mean, it had him stopped, and then.
Well, I really want to thank Steve Fryer for all he's done for us tonight. What a great camera work for us, and he set us all up, ready to go. Missed the whole crew, but we were glad we could be a part of this. So here goes Mack with 13 seconds going, no timeouts, and he's 20 yards from the goal line.
A sack ends it.
A sack would end the game.
Now, we're not sure they're going to go for a pass here, but if Hampton can get a sack, this game is over, because they have no more timeouts and they can't stop the clock.
So Tyreek Coleman on one side, Justin Ridd on the other, Elijah Conliff in the middle. They're going to be the rushers. Everybody else back, and they're going to keep an eye on Marks and Mack.
And now Hampton was a little confused. They have to call timeout.
Well, they have 2, so they got time.
Once again, DJ Mack, the University of Central Florida commit, is in position at the 20-yard line. He's capable of getting this game and ending the game, actually, with a throw here.
So out goes Lanny Franklin and Danny Mitchell and Mike Smith, and they're going to talk to their players and talk about.
How did Daz Newsom catch that down on the
I don't know, and I can't wait to see that on that. I hope somebody had a camera on that end, too. He was right in the end of the end zone. The receiver, I really thought it was picked off but out of bounds.
I thought it was out of bounds, too.
But the official right on top of the play. No question about the call.
Hampton has to put pressure on Mack. They almost had the sack before, which would have been huge. He gets away, gets a 15-yard gain.
Well, the one thing, you got to contain him in with only 3 rushers.
Yep. They're going to play somewhat of a prevent.
Yeah, but the linebackers have really got to watch. Number 22, Rogans, has got to keep an eye on that quarterback. Here's the play.
This is it, folks. 13 seconds left.
Taking his time. Throws it down the middle.
Oh, it's going to be
Norview.
Touchdown Norview. As they score with 7 seconds left in the game. Whoa. What a play.
Touchdown Norview.
I told you the quarterback for Norview is a problem. He's a great player, and the Norview fans are going crazy.
As well they should. And what a heartbreaker for the Crabbers. Right across the middle.
Wow.
Threw it right in the box, and he had to throw it in to make it complete.
Oh, man. Heartbreak for the Crabbers as they had the game right in their hands. It's not over. Still 7 seconds left. But what a play by DJ Mack. And I'm not sure who caught that touchdown pass.
So the Norview storms back down the field. With 7 seconds to go, they move ahead by 5 now.
Wow. That kickoff killed them.
Here's an extra point. Is up and good. Coleman has been cool tonight. So 37-31 Norview with 7 seconds to go. The Crabbers have probably one play left. Now they can get it and down it and throw it in the end zone.
They're not going to kick the dash, so they're going to have to try to. They're going to probably have an opportunity to a last Hail Mary to see what they can do.
Yeah, you got to tell Coleman to throw it Coleman to kick it as far as he possibly can, because the Crabbers may down it unless they thought they had a break.
Oh man, what a game, folks!
The Pilot fans disappointed, but everybody remains on their feet.
So Hampton scoring with 47 seconds left. Norview goes down and scores in 40 seconds.
Amazing. What a ball game. Now the Crabbers still have life. It's just going to take a miracle, a second miracle, to win this ball game.
As the coaches at Norview up here clapping, and they think it's over. It's not over yet.
Well, again, as I said, Mack, superb quarterback.
Great,
we know
great
about
quarterback.
him, and he stayed in the pocket there.
I told everybody this week Mack was going to be a problem for the Crabbers, and he's shown that tonight.
Well, we'll see what the Crabbers do here. Are they going to try to let Daz run it back, or are they going to take a knee?
I would be shocked if Daz had the ball
If
right
the
now.
thing is short enough,
They might pitch it to Daz and let him see what he can do.
if it's short enough, they may take a knee, especially if it's 10, 15 yards. Now, Coleman has played extremely well for his Pilot team tonight.
Yes, he has.
Now his field goal looks golden, and his extra points have been great.
If they try a swiv, that's how Hampton scored last time on a Hail Mary.
You could kneel and, yep. Here's the kick by Coleman.
Let's see what Coleman does. Coleman goes back to kick, and that's what he does. And he's just going to just down it. And
There
that's
you
what
go.
he does with 6 seconds left.
So 6 seconds to go for the Crabbers. They got time for one play.
Wow.
This is where you tell Nunn to throw as far as he can.
And throw it to someone on your team.
Or you can do the Boise State hook and ladder. And
Yeah, whatever works.
so all the outfielders come out for Norview. Disappointment for the Crabbers if they can't pull it off, but they've got a chance here. This story could really be something to tell. 53 yards is what they need here in 6 seconds.
Well, Nunn's going to have to throw it, like you said, as far as he can throw
As
it.
far as he can throw it. Or the Crabbers could have something up their sleeve and try to do some sort of hook and ladder at the 20 or 30. And here they go. 3 rushers for the Pilots. So Nunn's going to have time.
Uh-oh, Nunn's back to pass. Oh, he gets leveled. The ball's in the
Ball's
air.
in the air.
Not going to have enough. And it's going to be picked off
picked
by
off.
Norview, and this game is over as Norview's going to defeat
And
the
the
Hampton
Pilots win
Crabbers
it.
37 to 31.
Well, what a ball game.
What a game, folks.
Yep.
Great game. Heartbreak for the Crabbers as we thought they had the win.
I have no idea what he's calling out here. We've got
They're calling something.
we got the white hat is blowing the whistle. They gonna call what a roughing the passer? Whoa! Oh, ball game. Now he says ball game. I don't know what they're doing, but ball game. A little confusion at the end, but that's the ball game. The team's going up. What a ball game here. The state quarterfinals of the Eastern Region. Final score here, the Norview Pilot 37, the Hampton Crabbers 31 in one whale of a game. A little bit of confusion here at the end does not detract from the effort that Hampton Crabbers put in there.
Wow.
And the D1 quarterback, Daryl DJ Mack, wins it for his club, and he leads the line through, and why not? The young man played beautifully.
Great
And he gives
talent.
good handshakes to these guys that tried to chase him all night long, and it's an honor to play against a young man like that. We wish the Norview Pilots well.
They'll play the winner of Holland Springs LC Bird game tomorrow in Richmond. So, hey, whoever comes out of the Richmond bracket is going to have a tough time.
Well, I'm going to tell it, Norview didn't play the perfect second half by any means, and they shouldn't walk off beating their chest because they almost gave that one away. Crabbers took it from them, almost took it from them. So, well, the final here at Darling on Thanksgiving Friday night. Norview Pilot 37, Hampton Crabbers 34. We want to thank Steve Fryer, who set us up tonight. Rube and I will be back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock, right? Phoebus Phantoms take on the Lakeland Cavaliers. Good night from Darling.